Alright, this is going to be about what I did after my California divorce. I've actually got a lot of spreadsheets to show. So in this video, what you're going to learn: what I did after my California divorce, timeline, when I started seeing other women, how long it took to emotionally disconnect from my wife, LA Bumble data, vasectomy, international testing, this is about dating apps, bang sheet, businesses, what is dating like after divorce, life like after divorce, freedom like after divorce, how expenses decrease after divorce, some free game, then another addition to graph 1 here, and then keeping most of your stuff in your divorce with me. Alright, so let's get started. I'm doing this video before a video about my marriage and my divorce because there are female behaviors that we highlighted in this video that will pop up when I explain my own divorce. So actually I'm doing this after divorce video first instead of the explaining my marriage plus my divorce. Alright, so who this video can help: every single man going through a divorce in California, who I coach one-on-one, 6-figure earning men in California who have been served with divorce papers and who want to keep most of your stuff in your California divorce. This also includes like getting the child custody, child support outcome you desire. And so if that's you, that you have been served, you do gotta get a move on because you have less than 30 days to respond to those California divorce papers. In my own California divorce, kept 100% of my assets, which was about $280,000. I had 5 business entities, and I kept all 5 of them, but they were from before the marriage. And I really only used like 1 business entity, and I had a ton of physical product inventory. That was all bought after the marriage, but like the business entities were before the marriage. I paid 0 alimony, and I only paid wife a one-time payment of $650. And that outcome was with me making about 95% of the yearly income and me having about 95% of the total assets. And for me to get that good result, I researched women 10 hours a day for 210 days straight, so 2,100 hours. And then I filed for divorce once I did all this research. I had kind of a battle plan that I felt may work, and I went to war and I won. And continuing on down, I've still done a few thousand hours of women research since then. Also a bunch of time on dates plus banging a bunch of women. That includes 10 different women in 1 month in Lima, Peru. So I'm probably up to 6,000 to 8,000 hours of women research plus women interaction in my life. Alright. Oh yeah, here's the one main idea. Either everything I tell you or I'm going to tell you is a lie, or you've been lied to your entire life. Only one of these can be true. But as you go through all my videos, notice you're unable to prove anything in them incorrect. And also notice how no one else is commenting anything on my videos, saying or accusing anything in my videos of being incorrect or not true. Alright, so what I did after my California divorce. Let's do a timeline here. So, oops. Alright, let's see how much space I'll have to work with. Alright, we'll do this, I guess. Alright, looks like we'll do this here. Alright, so we signed divorce papers, put it right here. November 15th, what was that? 2021. So November 15th, 2021. So that was like a Tuesday. So I remember, I think it was a Tuesday, because basically my wife is going to, so I served her like October 22nd or something, sometime the end of October. Was trying to get her to sign the papers like once a week, just kept annoying her. And we eventually signed them and like got all the paperwork done. It was literally the night before she left to go to Ecuador with one of her friends. And she went to Ecuador from November 15th, like November 30th, so I think it was 2 days, and I just stayed in LA. Just wanted to see how her behavior was after we got the stay covenant out of our relationship, see if her behavior would go back to what it was before we got the stay covenant in our relationship, aka before we got married, when her behavior was perfect. And no, just like within a week after signing the divorce papers, I could tell her behavior was not going to improve at all. It was still bad, and it was still trending worse. So I actually moved on. So my brother came to LA for Thanksgiving. I think he stayed for a week, and I then moved all my stuff out of the apartment. What was that, like November 28, 29, 30, whatever. I had a storage locker, so I moved it all into there. I was like, all right, I'm out. Waited for my wife to come back. Went and picked her up from the airport. She was like still cold mode with me. I brought our dog. The drive back was like an hour from the airport to downtown LA. She was like cold mode, like as normal, not answering, giving me one word answers to my questions, asking about her trip, blah blah. Just her behavior didn't improve at all. So we go in. I told her like, hey, sit down. I'm ending this relationship right now. So this was December 1st or December 2nd. I think it was December 1st. I said, hey, I'm ending this relationship. You're too masculine, you're too argumentative, too combative, and I don't want to be married to a man, so I'm out. Or I don't want to be in a relationship with a man. So I told her I'm out. I think I asked her a few questions. I don't think she said much. Yeah, I don't think she said very much, so I think it's just me talking. Asked her some questions. And then maybe she tried to start to get argumentative, so I said, all right, look, I'm going to take a pause on this. We'll come back, talk in like an hour. I went to get some food. She went into the shower, and she went into the shower, she started bawling. It was like the loudest cries I've ever heard in my life. Even when I closed the door and went out into the hallway of the apartment building, I could still hear her cries through the wall on the door. But I went to get some food, came back. She was curled up in a ball on the bed. Talked to her a few more minutes. Maybe asked her some more questions. I'm not sure. Probably also asked her, like, do you have anything more you want to say? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? No, she really didn't have anything to say at all. So I left, and that was the last time I saw her in person. So was that December 1st. And I went and stayed I had an Airbnb booked at a hotel, but my ID was in the storage locker, and I couldn't go back to the storage locker because it was after hours. So they wouldn't let me into the Airbnb because I didn't have my ID. So I had to book like another Airbnb for like $120 for the night. Then I woke up the next morning and took the bus down to Tijuana, got on a flight, flew to hang out with her family. Instead of quinceañera, they're all inviting me to. And I was telling my wife, like, yeah, you should go. Like, what, you're going to work here? Like, these companies don't care about you. And she was saying, oh, she's just going to work. Well, I wasn't talking to her. I didn't talk to her after I left. But I think the days before. Or maybe I told her that December 1st night. Like, yeah, you should go back home to the quinceañera. These businesses don't care about you. Don't work 3 extra days. Go back, have fun. So I went. I hung out with their whole family in Mexico. Hermosillo, it's in the north. Quinceañera, like 100 people there. I think I stayed December 2nd to like December 15th, maybe? Was that 12 days? yeah, I stayed with her family like normal, and Sarah actually came down. I think for like 3 days. She actually did go to the quinceañera. She didn't. She didn't want to talk to me. I didn't feel like talking to her, so I just hung out with other people. But yeah, stayed living at their house the whole time. I also, that December 1st, I also told my wife, like, yeah, I moved everything out, all my stuff, but, like, all the major stuff's here. You got the bed, you got the couch, you got the desk, chair, your laptop, all the pots and pans, all the refrigerator stuff, all your clothes. I basically just took my bike, my clothes, any of my stuff, gave her everything, and I told her I'd pay the rent for another month. That turned into, I did eventually decide to pay a total of 3 more months before I got out of the lease. So let's see, hung out with her family. Everything was the same with them. And I had heard, like, they were on my side of divorcing their, Sarah, their family member, which, maybe that's true. I kind of felt it hard to believe a close-knit Mexican family would be on my side, but maybe they heard how bad she was behaving. What else? Yeah, hung out with the family. And the last day came, like December 15th. I think my wife's father brought me to the airport, and he said to be pendiente for mi hija. I think that means, like, be available to her to help her. And I don't remember what I said to him, but no, I ain't dealing with her anymore. Let's see. So when I came back, it was like December 15th, came back to LA. Stayed like hotel for another week. Or I stayed at a hostel, shared room hostel, $50 a night, I think, for a week. And I it's definitely hard to sleep alone. And like not really have any contact with the wife. I think we talked for like an hour, like 2 hours on like December 19th when I was back in LA. She's trying to get me to go see Spider-Man or something, or maybe that was in January. I wanted to meet up. So we'd still talk on the phone like, I don't know, once a week, once every 2 weeks or something. I would never call her first. She would call me, I wouldn't, maybe I'll call her back later that day or next day or something. She was pretty receptive when we talked like December 19th, but I think that was just because she's got to rely on me to pay her stuff, so she's actually going to listen to what I'm saying. Not do anything, but not be as argumentative and combative. Then I went home to New York, told my parents I divorced her. Got supermarketing to live with my from my parents to live with them again. I was like, nope, I don't want my dreams to be slaughtered. So I didn't. Yeah, I think like December 16th to the 22nd. I think I just worked because maybe I didn't work as efficiently in Mexico from December 2nd to the 15th. And then went home, I think, for a week or something to New York. And came back maybe December 30, and I started apartment hunting. And the problem was, like, all the good inventory had been taken up by January 1st. So I probably should have been apartment hunting like December 16th to the 22nd, which I wasn't. Like, sometimes it was emotionally like hard to sleep, because my wife didn't know where I was, but I knew she was like literally just 10-15 blocks away from me in downtown LA. And like, I'm not dealing with you, I'm not dealing with her anymore. Actually, I remember flying back from New York. It was pretty sad because I was like, man, thought I was going to be this person the rest of my life. But now, I'm living like 15 blocks from her. She doesn't know where I'm staying. She doesn't even know where I am. And it's like our frequency of talking, it's kind of like the heartbeat when the dude's about to die. Actually, no, it's not true. The heartbeat goes super wild and then it flatlines. This one, I was like, I knew the frequency was just going to get lower and lower until we never spoke again. So I was definitely pretty sad coming back from New York, coming back to LA. I had to find a place to live. You know, I had to protect my dreams. And I knew I was just like 10, 15 blocks away from my wife. I knew where she was living, but I never went back. I never saw her in person again. Found an apartment in downtown LA, $9.95 a month, utilities included. You know, started my so let's say this is Jan 1, 20. Well, I got the apartment on Jan 7, but let's say Jan 1, 2022, and actually Jan 1, 22. Yeah, I mean it's emotionally super emotionally tough. Even though I know that graph one I showed you guys, where is it at? This is all even knowing graph one that everything was programmed to end in our relationship from the jump, and my wife knew it. Still super like emotionally painful. Definitely a lot less than when I was being threatened with divorce the first time. But like sometimes it's hard to sleep. It just felt so weird. And it's like totally alone, which was my choice. You know, I could have stayed in New York, but I wanted to protect my dreams, keep following my dreams, and the dreams were not in New York. So I also remember literally January 1st, I think it was either 1st or the 2nd, I had I did two things. One was I hit up either January 1st that day or January 2nd. I had 100 numbers I had cold approached in the previous 6 months because I knew I was filing for a divorce. This thing was ending. And so I hit up all of them, and I got just 5% positive responses, or maybe even less, and 0 dates. So this is like me entering the sexual marketplace again for the first time in a while, and actually trying. Last time I tried was probably in high school. I was 18. I didn't really try that hard in college, and didn't get very many women in college because I really didn't try. But at this point, how old am I? 27? 26 maybe, almost 27. 22. So it's 26 turning 27. So my birthday is January 31. So it's 26. So I've been 8 years since I'd actually tried in the sexual marketplace. So, you know, a lot of new technology, a lot of new strategies. So a cold approach, 0 for 100. It took a ton of time. I was like, all right, well. So I probably talked to 200 or 300 women in person. I don't think I talked to 300, maybe 200, 250 over the previous 6 months. So this is while the divorce was going on and a little bit before I had filed it. But I knew it was ending because my wife was even saying, no, I'm not going to improve anything in the relationship. Even when I was improving stuff. So she all right. So I had 100 numbers. I was 0 for 100. And I expected to get at least 6% to 16% conversion rate. But I got 0%. So I was like, all right. Cold approach took a ton of time. 0 results. It's probably because, you know, it was 6 months ago and I was just texting them now for the first time. So they did probably forget about me. But texting, you know, since it's cold approach, the odds still would have been terrible for my use of time anyways. So cold approach, I got rocked. I also started a Bumble profile with 6 photos other people took of me that had my Facebook page. I called them the 6 trash photos, and just started a Bumble profile and started collecting data, started recording a lot of data. So we can put here, and I got my new apartment on. Well, we'll put this here. We'll call it January 1. Sexual marketplace R&D. So this is doing research and development in the sexual marketplace for myself, trying to figure out these new apps, these new technologies. You know, best way to get a woman on a date, best things to say. Also, like January 7th or January 10th, but I'll put it right here. Just go like that. Vasectomy R&D. So basically, you know, I got my new apartment January 7th, but let's just say I started my whole new life here January 1st. So I started doing Vasectomy R&D. So that was a sexual marketplace R&D, started January 1, and Vasectomy R&D probably started like January 7th. And that's because I did my final meeting with my divorce lawyer like January 7th. Asking like, oh, what if I get a woman pregnant in California? Blah, blah. He's like, oh yeah, you'll owe child support. I'm like, all right, what if I go out of the U.S., get a woman pregnant somewhere else? And she tries, I think I asked, she flies to California, gives birth, and then tries to give a child support order against me. And he's like, oh yeah, if you're a resident here, you can get a woman pregnant anywhere. She can fly to California, give birth, and get a child support case against you. And I'm like, oh my God. And the last thing on a phone call with him was, I asked him, hey, what else should I know that I did not ask about yet? And he literally told me, do not have sex. And basically, covertly, he was telling me he sees men get destroyed and like cry in his office every day because of how bad the laws are against men. And he literally says it's do not have sex. aka it's too dangerous for men to even bang women in California. And that's when I realized, all right, the universe didn't want me to have success with those 100 cold approach. 100 cold approaches a week prior, on January 1st. You know, and I actually hit up all the women because the universe wanted to give me time to research freezing my sperm plus a vasectomy. And vasectomy was easy for me to think about and research because I'd actually been always terrified of banging women, even though they wanted to. Not banging women, terrified of paying child support because I would get in the way of me following my dreams. I'd like have to pay money, the child support, which would come out of my dreams. Plus, then you're like forced into a corporation where your self-esteem is slaughtered and your dreams are slaughtered. So then, like, even once you're no longer paying child support, you're unmotivated and then you kill yourself. So vasectomy is actually easy for me to, after I researched it, it was easy for me to do because totally afraid to bang women, bust in women, even with a condom. So I was afraid my whole life with child support. Because remember, I grew up parents divorced. I just always heard negative things, fighting over child support, fighting over this. I was like, I'm not dealing with that. I want a nice, peaceful life. I don't need 18 years of stress. No way. So I started researching vasectomy also. Talked to a lot of people, did a lot of research. All right, so it's January 1. I'm going to show you some of my sheets now. I actually got researched some data for a cold approach in LA, like going to universities, like, all right, when do they start up again? What are their demographics? When does their semester start? Like, when could I go cold approach on the campuses? I didn't do this. I did the cold approach on campuses when I was going through the divorce and a little bit earlier, so 2021. So I really didn't do, I mean, you can see here, cold approach 2022. I really didn't do much. Let's go. So yeah, we're going to go through these sheets now. Other info. Cold approach. All right, so this is my 2020 data. You can see all these are reds. So this is when I went 0 for 100 on January 1st and I actually hit all these women up. Yeah, you can see the months. I just cold approach everyone because I'd never done it before. I didn't know, how it would work. Looks like I got some greens here. Maybe that means they responded like a normal human. I don't really remember, but I took a lot of data. Number of days to initiate conversation after initial meet. So this is me initiating her. You can see all these reds. So these are all fails, which is fine. It's data of what doesn't work. And so I don't think I've cold approach since this. But you can see all these are reds. Down to like 92. And just trying different funnels, get them on dates, but I went over 100. What else? So let's also look at some of the data I was collecting. I was testing my Bumble LA testing. Yeah, I was testing like photos in LA. Let's see. Let me see what we even got here. Yeah, so starting January 1st, 2020, I recorded data from dating apps for 18 months straight, every single day. But this is when I started, so I stopped in mid-2023, which was like 5 months ago. I'm going to do this. You know, I tested, so I think this was, you know, the first 15 weeks of January, or of 2022. I tested, put my different height, you know, same photos but different heights, see how that changed. The amount of matches. Look at this, January 1st, 2022. Got that, spotlights. So these are basically boosts. Now you can see at 6 feet on Bumble. I was just doing Bumble only. Just figuring out some methodologies, figuring out how these apps work, you know, going kind of slow. We can see at 6 foot, definitely a real jump up in terms of matches. Match without a boost, matches with a boost. I think this is per week, or actually it's for the whole time. I think I did like 1 week of each. Actually, both these are 6 foot. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I did 1 week for each height. 6-1. Number of first messages per week. No first message sent me, first message. So we got more first messages at 6 foot and above. Days between her likes. Between her like and her message, I think this data set is. I'm clicking, but it's not clicking, so. Oh, my camera left. Oh, there we go. So basically, I'm Sexual Marketplace R&D. Also working on about a exercise products company called KEttleShell. So I was working with a product designer. Yeah, it was like half a company. I had to work on building a new supply chain down in Southern California, plus like getting the CAD of the CAD files of this product updated so it could work with the manufacturers and I could sell it. So I was like doing all these 3 things in parallel for a while. Let's check some more data we got here. Bumble 2022. Number of days between her like and my match. You know, I was just trying to see, is there a difference for when we get a first message? And yeah, they're way more responsive. Higher first message rate. If you did this pause again? If you match with her the same day. Basically, I paid for Bumble Premium. I don't even swipe on the normal stack. I just swipe on the women that like me. Let's see this. Oh, look at this. So, yes, I recorded a ton of data. Literally started January 1, 2022, I think. Just a ton of data. Spotlight start time. Recorded conversations. Just trying to record as much data, try to find patterns and developed an optimized strategy. Let's go down here. So I did this March, February, January. So it's like LA only, 1 Bumble profile only. Looks like I did 15 weeks, so what's that, 4 months? LA only. Yeah, January, February, March, April. So that's 4 months, maybe, yeah, almost 16 weeks. Oh yeah, looks like that. You know, trying to think of stuff to put in the bio. So this was, so let's take this up to April. So let's update our or January, February, March, April, May. So sexual marketplace R&D. I don't know. Let's put it here. Well, I'm not going to do that. So underline here. So let's be to like April. So this was LA only. LA only. Vasectomy R&D. Yeah, I'll put this here. What did I say? Like May 1st? Or is the end of April? So yeah, let's say May 1, 2022. So LA only. Sexual marketplace R&D. I did go on dates with maybe 1 or 2 women. I mean, to be honest, I really didn't try because one, the volume was so low. Like in LA, it just like wasn't even worth it for me to run an experiments. I'd just be banging my head into the wall. Like can't get any conclusive data just because the volume of matches was so low. Like you saw, it was maybe 10 per week. You know, let's see. 6 matches a week. Okay, 21 matches a week. That was me at 6.2 though. I mean, the volume is just so low. So I couldn't even run any experiments. So it was LA only. And so it's sexual market. So I didn't really even try to go on dates with women. Also, since I was researching all the vasectomy stuff, I did not want to get a woman pregnant before I got the vasectomy. I did not want to like almost escape and then accidentally get a woman pregnant and then like all this planning would have been for naught. So vasectomy R&D, let's just call this May 2022. May 2022. So that was LA only. Vasectomy R&D, I met with like 4 different, so I did a ton of research. So I met with 4 different urologists. I think paid for like $150 or $200 for a consultation. Asked them a bunch of questions. Flew up to Sacramento for my last one because that was the dude I actually really wanted to go with. Vasectomy R&D. So basically from now until May 2022. I got my vasectomy in May 2022, but this time was like so this time for me to May 2022 is research plus interview plus freeze sperm. So I did a ton of research from zero. I had zero knowledge. All I knew was vasectomy was you snip down there in the scrotum. I did a ton of research. I put it all right here. I got my Google Doc. It's like a 50-page research document. All the research I did to get a vasectomy at 0 post-vasectomy pain syndrome. That was the key because like I'd read like the most, I don't know, the highest risk thing that could have happened was highest probability and highest risk was PVPS, post-vasectomy pain syndrome, where it's kind of like you get snipped, but then you got chronic pain from getting snipped. So like your life is more annoying than not getting snipped. So my goal with the vasectomy was have 0 PVPS. Basically, all the research I did for myself, I just put it here in a Google Doc, and then I formatted it nice, turned it into like an ebook. But like everything I researched, I put in here. I put my questions I asked the docs. I think I did 4 docs, 4 urologists. Asked them all the same questions. 3 out of the 4 said it was the most thorough consultation they'd ever done in their life. Filtered through some docs, eventually chose the doc, planned it out. It was like 4 weeks later. Froze my sperm at 3 different companies in 2 different countries. So 2 in the US, 1 in Mexico. Just like so many notes. I want to make sure I did everything perfect. So I got like the only book where it's everything you need in one place. These are the doc's answers here in italics. So I interviewed the 4. I decided to interview the one who I wanted to go with initially. I decided to interview him last, so I could use the experience interviewing the other 3 to compare his answers to. And I really liked his. So he's up in Sacramento, NorCal Vaz, Northern California Vasectomy, NorCalVaz.com. Yeah, he had the best reviews and he gave the best answers. He did the vasectomy the way I liked. So, froze sperm. Oh, here we go. Here's the free sperm section. Froze sperm would give legacy. That's in the US. Reprotech. That's also in the US. Here's questions, notes from talking to those guys. Here's the sperm freezing places that did not make the cut, but I still researched them. US only, US only, US only. And then I also looked to Latin America. This is still US only. I looked international. Interesting, so I looked at Mexico and Colombia. Nearly nobody responded to my emails and follow-up emails at the Mexican and Colombian facilities. But then I switched to contacting them via WhatsApp, and nearly everybody responded. So that's interesting, different in cultures. I guess that's the culture down in Latam. WhatsApp, create an email. So top 5 choices in Mexico. And I actually liked the top choice in Mexico, $175 for up to 3 ejaculations, which they divide up into 3 to 5 tubes. None of the other Mexican choices. Oh, these are the guys I went with, fertilidad.com. And I didn't even look at Colombia. I decided not to even go to Colombia to do this because I liked the Mexican option. I felt I frozen with 3, multiple ejaculations with 3 places. That's fine with me. I think the Colombia ones were kind of expensive as well. This is still Mexico. Still Mexico. I went to Mexico City to do this. Did not do any hard negotiations with in Colombia because I'm only going to store internationally max. Yeah. And then May 23rd is when I did my vasectomy. And then you wait 12 weeks to see if this vasectomy was successful. Yeah, so these were the Colombia ones. So and here's worldwide cryo shipping in case I want it. And then, okay, preparing for my vasectomy. Okay, so it was on the 24th of May. So I got all this post vasectomy stuff. I did have a little bit of pain. It's week 8, I think. I didn't write it here. It's week 8. I started boxing training. Actually, that'll be in the timeline. So let's go back to the timeline. Research plus interview plus free sperm plus V. KEttleShell. Working with a company called Design Stein Studios. To get the CAD good. CAD plus work with first Hinge manufacturer. And I think we started working with the Hinge manufacturer in June, but I'll just put it in May here. Let's see what else. So doing all that in parallel. Also, I should talk here. I should also put in here. So I always do a lot of stuff in parallel. Talking with Sarah. So that's my previous, so my wife's name. So the woman that was my wife. Actually. So this is I don't know, she'd call, We just talk about normal life stuff. And I actually needed this. It was just, I could not just cut off cold turkey, not talk to her. Like, I emotionally needed this. And the graph of how I needed it was kind of like this. I definitely needed it maybe like the first 60 days. I blocked her by like day 100. But probably like the first 60 days, I really needed it. Talking to her. I didn't let her know that. And I never called her first. But then, like, you can say this is day like 60 to 100. For me, like, the need to talk to her, the emotional need to talk to her, like, really dropped off. And it probably wasn't like this. It was probably more, I don't know. Maybe more like that. So not as flat at the top, but talking with her, we'll like 1x a week. No, not 1x. Yeah, 1x one time every week and a half. She'd call. I would never answer when she called. I'd just call her back. Most of the time she would answer. But I don't know, sometimes she's trying to get me to see Spider-Man with her. We did have to still figure out the apartment stuff. So our lease was until June 2022. But I moved out, and someone had threatened to get a gun and kill me, so legally we were able to get out of the lease. I just had to sign some papers with her and submit them to the apartment. And we did that, like, apartment stuff second half of February. So she moved out to a new place. Like, I gave her 30 days notice. Like, hey, I'm not paying for you anymore. Canceling the lease. Getting out of the lease this end of February, and you gotta move. You gotta get your new life in order. So she had moved out by like March 3rd. She needed to have moved out by like February 28th, but she didn't move out from that old apartment. And it was only her living there. I was at my new place already. So new apartment. We'll just put it here. Me in. Even though it says January 7th, we'll just put it here. And it's January. I don't know. Let's say 1x every 2 weeks. And she moved out, and she kept like being parasitic, like asking for stuff. So I blocked her on WhatsApp and I think iMessage. It was like March 15th, maybe. March 15th, 2022. So I blocked her, and that was like 100 days. Basically, it was on like day 100 after the divorce, when I was emotionally good to block her. I was emotionally okay to block her. And I don't think women block men, because every man is a opportunity to extract meats from: money, energy, attention, time, and sperm. Most of the men are weak sperm men, so most of the men they'll be extracting meat from. I did not meet up with her after I told her the relationship ended. I had no interest. That was December 1st. I was moving on. But we still talked on the phone like for an hour, once every 2 weeks, and I definitely emotionally needed that. I definitely did not tell her that. But like, this is how much I emotionally needed it, from day of officially ending the relationship where I left. It's like day 100. Yeah, it's been 100 days. Our marriage was like 3 years long, but we had done long distance dating for 3 years before that. Spent a good amount of time together. So, but it was 100 days, and it was definitely emotionally difficult still. And even in January, just like living just 10, 15 blocks from the one you had promised to be with the rest of your life, but you don't see them. You don't even try to see them. You don't really want to see them. definitely emotionally tough, living alone, close to the person you'd both agreed you'd spend the rest of your lives with. But again, from graph one, we know women know it's program 10, but men don't. So it's definitely much harder for the man, which you'll see in divorced men, suicide 9x the rate of divorced women, which means men carry the burden of 90% of the pain of an ending of a relationship. So, blocked her. She reached out about a month later via email, just saying, hey, I got some questions to ask you. I'm guessing it's probably been about tax stuff, because that would have been mid-April. I didn't respond, and she's never reached out on email since, nor called, or maybe she's called or texted, but she's been blocked. So that's that. Started working with the first Hinge manufacturer. Let's see what else. Vasectomy R&D. Finally got the Vasectomy May 2022. Section Marketplace R&D. So let's put the next thing here at dupe Aug 2022. So in Aug 2022, for the Section Marketplace R&D, I actually started I think it was in May. I started seeing, okay, I know I got 4 months of data how I did here in LA. Let's just digitally move my profile via the passport function or whatever, and let's just go see how I'd perform in other sexual marketplaces. So let's do that, do that, do that. So this was small international testing. Small Int'l testing. And I'll show you guys the data for this. Alright, so we don't need this. Small international testing. Bumble highlight testing, no boost. This was okay, so I did, while I was doing the international testing, I do still think, I had multiple profiles on each dating app. Here we go, travel mode testing. This is probably what I'm looking for. Let's click into here. Profile 00. Yeah, here we go. I started testing, put my profile in a city for 24 hours, just leave it there, and I come back, I count the number of likes I had. I think I just did Bumble only to start out. So I did, 30 days, tested 30 cities. And you just digitally move your profile there. And you just leave it there for 24 hours and see what happens. Mexico City got 5 matches in 24 hours. Oaxaca, Mexico, 27. Cali, Colombia, 59. That's pretty good. Bogota, 17. Lima, 235 in just 24 hours. This is profile number 0. And it's kind of profile 00, profile 0. They're kind of the same. I think I just switched up some photos. Totally anonymous my 6 bad photos. Dude, so 6 bad photos. Got 235 in Lima. I think I did start this in May. I'm pretty sure. So this started opening my eyes of, okay, I understand my demand in my sexual marketplace demand for me in Los Angeles, and I have some reference point with that. Now, I'll get 1 to 2 likes a day in LA. Now I'm getting 235 in Lima in one day. I'm like, what? I think I tested each city, May, June, July, 3 times just to make sure. But I got a lot of data here. Well, let's just keep scrolling down and see. I tried to compare profiles, population, 24-hour like density. I think I did likes versus population. See if there's anything there. Any trends I could see. Profile 5. I did a lot of data analysis. If you change a little bit, I think Profile 0 was like the trash photos. Profile 1, I had done a professional photo shoot. And I was trying to see, you know, the deltas between them. So I did a lot of, and dude, this is one sheet. Dude, this is one sheet of one Google sheet. Like, I did massive data collection. And yeah, so also for the Sexual Marketplace R&D, I think in like April and May, before I did the vasectomy, I did one professional photo shoot with one person, one professional photo shoot with another. I think I spent like, I don't know, $2,500 total. Get some good photos for dating apps, and also IG if I wanted to start dealing with that. But you can just see a lot of data collection here. Profile 4. So this is Halo, was one of the professional photographers. So I ran the testing back again in all the same cities with, you know, first I did with the trash photos, then I tested again another 30 days with the best photos from photographer 1. And then I tested again the best, the same 30 cities with the best photos from photographer 2. Then I think I did a 4th test where I did the best photos combined, photographer 1 and photographer 2. Like, where this 4th one would be hopefully my most optimized profile. So it says Hayla, that was the 2nd photographer. And you'll see Chris was, I think Chris was the other dude's name. Down here somewhere. Trying to do some messaging to some of them. You know, test out messaging scripts. But I'm just doing massive data acquisition. Let's see what else we got here. Bumble plus Tinder, travel mode testing. Okay, so I think I started actually, so you can see the date here. So it looks like the date will be here somewhere. Yeah, we got yeah, so right when I stopped testing in LA, remember my other data here? It stopped like April 20, oops, LA testing. I stopped like April 24th or something, wherever that sheet is. I think it's this one. Yeah. So right when I was like, all right, you know, I did testing on Bumble for January, February, March, April. I got 4, you know, basically 16 weeks of data, reference point of how these dating apps work, what I should expect, how my SMV is in LA, and I stopped doing that. I went straight to photo reference sheet. You can probably see some of my photos here. Oh yeah, these are from the professional photo shoots. So I got these now. It's like I got optimized. Okay, what are the best photos? So I'm trying to find best cities and my best photos kind of at the same time. 1 day testing. And at this point, I think I'm, you know, you can see the phone numbers here. I got multiple phone numbers, so I'm running multiple profiles. I think I'm running like 5 at a time. Okay, right now, this one I'm running 3 at a time. Bumble LA testing. Travel mode testing. Okay, we looked at this. Yeah, so I literally started the travel mode, the other cities, once I got my 16 weeks of data from LA using Bumble only. Tinder LA testing, you know, January 1st, and then I rolled it into Tinder travel mode testing, the same cities that I was doing for Bumble. So, you know, I started a little bit later, a month and a half later. So I just started small, Bumble only, Bumble LA only, then I'd move Bumble to international, and then I started Tinder LA only, and then, you know, I start more things in parallel. So I did this, you know, same photos here, Tinder. Then I did the same photos here, you know, I did the same thing for Badoo, I think at the same time as Tinder. Then, so I did LA testing for Badoo with all my same photos, and for all the other international cities. And it looks like I did Hinge. Hinge wasn't that good. Try another one, Hilly. Not that good. I was in Mexico City end of April, middle of April, or maybe mid-May. When was this? Because I had to freeze my sperm. Oh, early May. Yeah, because I was there freezing my sperm before my May 24th appointment. And so basically, I call this small international testing, even though it was like 3 Tinder, 3 Bumble, 3 Badoo profiles, testing 30 different cities, 1 day each. I call it small because I actually do get bigger. And so, another thing of testing all these cities multiple times with kind of different photos is just to see if, see if the magnitude of me getting the matches was the same. Like example of Lima 235, I was like, was that a fluke? Or can I repeat that and get the same thing? So let's go back here to Bumble. I think there's just international testing. So even though I switched the photos, I want to see if the magnitudes I was getting were still the same. So let's go to Lima. So let's look for Lima here. Actually, I'll stay over here. So this is Bumble. So this one, what date was that? August 5th. I actually did not do good. Got 31. Oh, this is my 6 bad photos. All right. Here we go. Oh, this was with 6 bad photos as well. Bad text. All right. So Lima 196. Then I, changed the photos. Lima 114. Change the photos. Lima 57. Change the photos. Lima 7. Could have been also the same profile, with different photos. You have like a profile ID or profile number or something. You might not get boosted as much. Lima 202. So Lima 40. Lima not there. So I would see like half the time I was able to get the same results, half the time not. And again, this is just testing 1 day in each city. So like, all right, looks like we got a chance to repeat the data. And let's check out this last sheet here. All travel mode testing, total score. Oh, I didn't put anything there. What do we got here? All right, this data we'll go over in another sheet. Raw data, Guatemala. Yeah, we'll go over this in another sheet. So I called this, small international testing from May to August. But I saw that, wow, all the different sexual marketplaces definitely value me differently. That's interesting. And you don't know until you test it. So this is countries, Mexico. This total score is really what we care about. But you can see, definitely, even in the same country, different cities in the same country, Guatemala, I'm desired differently. Country of Belize, I'm desired differently. San Salvador, Oh, this is later on testing, actually. Let's go back over here. So it's like my first time seeing like, wow, there's definitely different demand for me, even though I'm the same person in different sexual marketplaces. So, Brazil, Argentina. Oh, we can start up here. So Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Japan, South Korea, Taipei, Taiwan, Manila, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Hanoi, Vietnam, Thailand, India. Yeah, it's really just testing to see how my SMV is in different countries, different places. Not really knowing what was going to happen, but I was very happy to see this, which means I could get a lot more women in a lot of other cities than LA. All right, let's close this. See if we got here. Small international testing. Free sperm plus V. All right, let's check out the vasectomy yeah. All right, I closed the vasectomy out of there. So I put a line here. So after your vasectomy, you gotta wait 12 weeks. You gotta jerk it at least 20 times. Then at the end of week 12, you do a sperm test. Yeah, and I was in LA. Vasectomy doc was in Sacramento, so I think he had given me, maybe he mailed me the stuff, or maybe gave it to me at the end of the procedure, like the vials to ejaculate into and mail up to him. So all this was international testing for here. Didn't deal with any women in LA. I basically had all my profiles tested in a bunch of different cities around the world, just to see what would happen, what data I'd get, see if I could draw any conclusions and find any patterns. So I didn't go on any dates with any women, didn't bang any women. You don't want to do it until after your sperm reading in your semen is 0. So this was, just call this the 12 weeks wait. It cost it 12 weeks wait. So that happened in August. So it was like, I think mid-August when I hit that, maybe end of August. KEttleShell was going on that. From here to August was, it's taken 3 months to get each prototype, even though they're in the US, so kind of slow. This was first prototype. And didn't talk to old wife at all. I blocked her. So this is small international testing. And then let's see, at the end of, well, all right, small international testing now from August to I think December. Let's just call it August to January 1, 2023. I did large international testing. Jan 1, 2023. So this is going to be large international testing. So I'm going to be showing you a ton of data from this. Large international testing. All right, so let's look at large international testing. So basically, I'd seen different SMVs. I decided, hey, you know, for 2023, I actually want to go live in these places where I'm testing really good. So what I decided, so I think I did this in maybe June. Once I had seen that there was like good, you know, I was getting good data from myself and all those other things. I said, all right, you know, I'm like 6 or 7 out of 10 fluent in Spanish. I would like to live in a Central or South American country for 2023. And I want to live in one where I bang a bunch of women. Go on a bunch of dates, bang a bunch of women. So I actually created a list. I did basically I got down every country here. Mexico, Guatemala. I think there's like, I don't know, 30 to 45 countries in Central and South America. What I did was I put down their top 30 most populous cities or something like that. And then I filtered out, basically, is the city on the dating app, and is the city more than 450,000, or is it in the top 5 most populous cities of that country? Basically, for the ones that are true, I kept them on the list. I was like, all right, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to test all these cities. Because remember, I was really testing just like, 15 in Central and South America and 15 in Asia. Like the South Korea, the Tokyo. This in the summer, I was actually deciding my game plan for where I'm going to live for 2023. So Mexico, Guatemala just has 5 that fit. I'm going to actually hide the rest. So you don't see the ones that are hidden, but I did do the math for them as well. So I took, so it looks like I took the first 28 most populous cities, and my criteria I decided was, it's worth to test if it's on the dating app and it has either more than 450,000 pop or it's in the top 5 most populous cities of that country. And yeah, I did this for every country in Central and South America. And so this is Bumble only, this sheet. Which city's can I move to on dating apps? So I'd literally go in and I'd find this out. So we got 166 for Bumble, 166 for Badoo, and 167 cities for Tinder. And so I went and tested all these cities. So I tested like 180 cities, so somehow I found out a few more cities. Let me see if there's anything more on the sheets to show you before we go into this large-scale testing. LA testing, Loom. Alright, so this is some other LA testing I did. When was this, June? Oh, August. Okay, so I did a little bit of more LA testing in August. But it's kind of some leftover testing. But let's see. Here we go. Here's international testing. So what I did was, the reason I call this large scale is I hired employees to do this. I had 5 Bumble profiles, 5 Badoo profiles, 5 Tinder profiles. Because I'm testing 180 cities. If it's doing 1 city per day, it's going to take 180 days to get 180 cities done. But with 5 profiles, I think it was like 35 days to get all this testing done. So it shrunk it from 6 months to 1 month to get this testing done. And I hired employees to do this. I think I had maybe 1 dude in India, sometimes 1.5 dudes if the work overflowed. But let's look at, basically this is the sheet the VA, the Indian dude, had to fill out. So basically each row is a day. So he would come in and he would like record the data here. Some of this was pre-filled in for him. Some of them was to check the profiles were good. And then he got back to recording data. Profile was in Zapopan. What city am I in? How many likes? Did you swipe right on half? Swipe left on half? Did you move, I had to also take into account, was there travel mode? Then did you move to the next city? And here's the phone numbers. So I had 15 different phone numbers. Or no, I think I had 5 different phone numbers. 1 phone number to each, each of the 1 Tinder, 1 Bumble, 1 Badoo for each phone number. And you can see we did this August 4th to September 30. Some of them overflowed to August 6th or October 6th. And this is just Bumble. Then we go to Badoo. Did the same for Badoo. It's like, all right, going to, it's this day, whatever this day is, August 14th or August 28th. Yeah, so you can see the phone number here. This is profile 1, profile 2. That's why the dates repeat. Profile 3, profile 4. I think that was a repeat. I think this is profile 5. I make him check all the parameters, number of likes, move to the next city. Did you do it? Yes or no? And the same on Tinder. Same exact thing on Tinder. All of this. And I think if I scroll down, I might have put graphs here. Yeah, so if I scroll down here, top Bumble cities in Central and South America for me. So this was, I decided to use my best photos here. This is like the most optimized profile starting beginning of August. So Lima. I think I just tested the city once. Yeah. So just, Lima. Okay, so maybe I moved to Lima, each profile a few times just to make sure, or at least in the most popular cities. Maybe I moved it there once or twice just to make sure I was getting repeatable data, especially for Lima because this was out of the POC. All right, so 264. This is number of likes in 24 hours. So you can see the graph here. So this data is all sorted. Most popular to least. Did the same for Badoo. Data is all sorted down here. And it's not black normally. I make this black with white text once we're done with that section. So let's look at my Badoo data here. Some analysis is best for Badoo for me. 100 matches, 24 hours. Let's look at Tinder. I think it was Salta, Argentina. Salta, Argentina was the best for Tinder. Yep, there we go. I haven't looked at this in... Wow, this was over a year ago now. Because I think we stopped collecting data October. Yeah. To find out the best cities. So I got the best cities. And basically, I put the data here. Oops. So like from the 3 sheets here, we bring all the data in for each city: Bumble, Tinder, Badoo, total matches, your pop. I was wondering if there's some ratio about this. No, this ratio doesn't matter. So each city, or each country: Mexico, Guatemala, Belize. So the best for each city. Then I did another sheet. I brought all the data from this sheet, and I brought it into a master sheet. So independent of the country or city, let's just put everything top to bottom. Matches. So this is like my most popular cities total. And so yeah, I had employees doing this. I created like all the logic for this. You know, any logic there is. So now I got my master list. We did 179 minus the top row, 178 cities, basically 180 cities tested. Just like 45 days or maybe 60 days, something like that. Got the population. I realized likes per population doesn't matter. It's actually this ratio real that I created. It's actually matches times pop. That matters. That's the ratio that you care about. Higher this is, the more women you're going to get. Because also there's more women on dating apps, more women on Instagram, more goddesses to hire. I had my same dudes I had hired get the data for this. I gave them links, you know, the crime safety index for each city, and then Google all this, get them cost of living in each city. I had a reference point for, you know, because I've been living in LA for 3 years. You know, reference point for safety in LA. What's this? IGDMs. Oh, I don't think I tested this. Yeah, I didn't test that. You know, to maybe filter by, maybe if Lima's not too safe or it's too expensive, maybe I'll go to the second city. The safety index doesn't matter. And it's because every city has safe, rich zones, and you just go live in the safe, rich zone, and the safety number doesn't matter. But this is my first time doing it, so I did not know that. But I figured after living in Lima, Lima's safer than LA, where I was living. But I was living in the richest zone. So, safer and cleaner than LA. Alright, so this was super testing. Basically, tell me where should I go? And I got my answer. So this was October, and it was like mid-October, once I got this data, that was when I decided, alright, I'm going to live in Lima in the first 6 months of 2023. And this data capture, yeah, I think it happened to like mid-October, or maybe beginning of October. I'm trying to find the last date here. October 3rd. Yeah, something like that. So basically, okay, it was mid-October when we finished. So I kind of just let the profiles fizzle out and not do anything till I got everything up on the same page. So we finished testing October 16th, and this testing was done. And then what I moved to putting my 5 profiles in the 5 most hot cities for me. So I put my 5 Bumble profiles. I did 1 in Lima, 1 in Guayaquil, 1 in Querétaro, 1 in Panama City, 1 in Barranquilla. And then for the 5 Badoo, I did 1 in, you know, 1 for each of the top 5 here. And for Tinder, I did 1 So I had 5 Tinder profiles. I did one in Salta, one in Manaus, one in Tucumán, one in Teresina, one in Campo Grande. Or maybe I only did Spanish-speaking ones. Because what I wanted to test was testing. So for November to December, I want to test the flow, getting a woman from dating app to her messaging me on WhatsApp, or dating app her messaging me on Instagram. So this is just August to mid-October. So it's August, September, mid-October, 2.5 months of testing, where I had to hire employees. So we're still in the large international testing zone here. But we can get rid of this. Let's check this sheet, other international testing. Okay, so I think I had 7 profiles of each, because I had them test the other cities I was doing, like those half Central America, half Asia. So it looks like I had the employees test that as well. Alright, so I did that. Let's see what next sheet we got. Yes, this is me testing, funneling to WhatsApp or funneling to Instagram. I realized I got 4x more responses funneling to WhatsApp. Total number of matches, number of days testing, number of IG followers, 230 DMs, 15% conversion rate from a match. So this is like mid-October to I think like end of the year testing, or at least till December. Testing, I'm either funneling, trying to have a script to funnel the women to my WhatsApp, send me a message, or to my Instagram to follow me and send me a message. It's about the same as WhatsApp. Funnel to WhatsApp is 2.4x better. Okay. Alright, so let's see this. Number of matches per app in 150 days of testing. So that's just 1 month of testing. 30 days times 5 profiles. So I got lots of Bumble matches, but do Tinder. And I think these were in the 5 most popular cities that I got from, August to mid-October. Conversion rate of match to WhatsApp number acquired. I just got data for days here. All combined. Look at this. I was acquiring 10 WhatsApp numbers a day, 13 WhatsApp numbers a day, 21 WhatsApp numbers a day. Alright, let's see what I got here. Alright, so this is collecting the WhatsApp numbers. So this was, I think, mid-October to December as well. I think the data I got here applied to this sheet and the sheet prior. Or maybe the other sheet was a little bit later. Maybe December. So I think this was actually mid-October to December. This is me like asking the woman for their WhatsApp number because I wanted to know if I could get it, and I want to test a script. So this actually pulls in from a bunch of other sheets, just like my master sheet. So I think it was. So this is a month of testing. So this must have been mid-October to mid-November, and this was probably mid-November to mid-December, because I'd already proved the concept that I could get WhatsApp numbers. So then I wanted to prove, could I just send women to message me first? And you saw before it's 16. So this is 36% getting a number. That other sheet was 16% women message me first. So it means like more than half of these women gave me the number, but they don't plan to respond. But let's see. Number of matches per app in 150 days of testing, which is just 5 accounts for 15 different cities for 30 days each. So yeah, this is just 1 month of testing. So I got about 6,000 matches, about 2,000 WhatsApp numbers. It is that same data as that sheet before. Okay. Conversion rate of matched, WhatsApp number acquired. Yeah, okay. Alright. So it seems like it's like the same data as the sheet before. Oh, look at this. All combined. Okay, so I think for this one, I put Tinder, Bumble, and Badoo all in the same cities, even though some of them didn't produce hot in those cities. WhatsApp numbers acquired. So look at this. 24 WhatsApp numbers a day, 60, 100 WhatsApp numbers in a day. And I had my employees doing all this. They were doing all these messages. So it would stack up. You could see like the first day, not too many messages. The second day, or well, at least the third day is when it started to pile up. Because when you first send your profile to the city, you get a first day city boost, or a day one city boost, I call it. I've got some videos about this on another YouTube channel. Basically, you get like 10x the number of matches. So it's like an initial tsunami. You can see peaks at 100, and we go down. Yeah, it kind of fluctuates. I think this, I don't know if this is right or this is wrong. Maybe I'm accidentally adding some stuff up here, but all this other data is correct. Okay, so I did 56 days, basically 2 months. Getting WhatsApp numbers. It's funny. So in 30 days, I got 1,200 WhatsApp numbers, and I made a video explaining like the whole process on my other YouTube channel about dating stuff. And I actually showed, like, I did not post any WhatsApp statuses for whatever the 30 days or 45 days or 60 days while I was getting these numbers. And then, because I wanted to show on the video like how many inbound I get from women once I post a story to all these 1,200 numbers that have added me. And I got a ton of women inbound to me right when I posted the first story after not posting anything for like 2 months. Alright, so that's showing you how I got numbers. So I was averaging, I don't know where it is, 10 plus 20, 31, almost 45 WhatsApp numbers a day for 50 days or something. Alright. This was also testing November, December. I was testing sending women a Typeform with like questions that say your name, your height, your weight, your age, your Instagram profile, pictures of you, to have women apply to see me. This is me just testing it out. 20. So 1 out of every 5 I sent out, a woman filled out. It turned out I did this in Lima. I got 100 women to fill it out, and 0 met up with me. So, this was a test, and I got the data, and this is not worth doing. Waste of time. Oh yeah, look at this. November 6th, November 7th. So again, recording a lot of data. Yes, so I had applications for women to fill out to meet me, but it's easier just to have a conversation to meet up with them. But I wanted to test this, see if I could save me some time conversating with women. But I figured out a strategy to basically never have to conversate, just 1 or 2 messages, and then you and the woman are meeting up. All right, so that was large international testing. I think this, all right, does that, what's this? All right, yeah, that's done with that. Vasectomy R&D, 12 weeks wait, I passed that. So I was basically done with the vasectomy, done. I didn't deal with any women in LA from here until the end of the year because all my profiles were testing internationally. So I was like, it was low volume in LA. I couldn't run experiments because it's low volume, so you can't get good conclusions. And also, all right, I did like 3 sperm tests, 3 semen tests that said I had 0 sperm at the end of August. So all right, I'm safe to bang women now and not get any no accidental pregnancies. But now it's like, wow, I can see the opportunity of me living somewhere else outside the U.S. because I got money to do it, bang a bunch of women. I don't even want to get, a fake sexual assault complaint here in the U.S., fake rape charge, BS with police involved, where I got to go to a hearing sometime in 2023. So I dealt with, even after I got my vasectomy, I dealt with 0 women in LA. Even after I said, this says 0 sperm in my semen. My testicles still produce sperm, but I got the tube snipped that connects the testicles to the urethra in the penis. I just want to guarantee, just give me to these cities, let me experience high volume of women, banging a bunch of women. I'm not going to deal with any LA women because I don't even want my dating profiles here because low volume. Also, I don't want any fake sexual assault, fake rape, fake domestic violence. So I dealt with no women in LA from August 20, actually for most of the year. I just went on dates with 2 women, but I even tried to not bang them because I did not want an accidental pregnancy before I get my vasectomy. So it's done. This is Vasectomy KEttleShell, first prototype. I think we finalized the prototype by we did finalize the prototype. Finalized prototype. Talking with Sarah now. KEttleShell finals prototype. I didn't hear mid-October. That's when I said, all right, I'm going to Lima for 6 months of 2023. Oh, I actually forgot 2 things I was doing during this time. All right, I think it was June 2022 I started both these things. I started boxing. Started learning boxing with a really good boxing coach. Then we got into a fight at the end and I left. That was December. Not a fist fighting fight. Could have been though. So boxing. So I really like boxing, so I'd renew for a month at a time. This went to began December. And that's when I had a little bit of a 0.1 pain in my testicles from the vasectomy. This was weeks 8 to 12 after the vasectomy. I mean, my doc talked about it, thought about it, and we realized it was because I was doing a lot of jump rope. So it was 20 minutes of jump rope to start the boxing session. And that was pulling on the scar tissue that had formed in the testicles. The pain went away after 2 weeks though. Basically I had just 2 weeks of 0.1 pain. Boxing, and then finished boxing. I was going to go till January, but we finished it early December, maybe it was mid-December. And the other thing I did was 90-day bizbuilder.com. So a dude called Caleb Jones, Black Dragon that I like, start a business in 90 days. And I did have this KEttleShell business, but I wanted, I sent the backup just in case KEttleShell didn't work out, and just to learn more about business stuff. So my idea was having a service help men more success, more dating in in the current life, current city, or internationally. So that was June. Yeah, these are both June 2022. And let's see. And basically, here's what I'll show in this one. So I do still have my content for this up. YouTube. It's actually where I break down a lot of this data in sheets at Unlimited Women 2. So did business stuff, Unlimited Women 2 until November. And then did I did a free beta period with a few people. Free beta. Let's call this beta here. So, alright, so there. That's the other stuff I was doing. So I'm always doing so much stuff in parallel. Always. Alright, so I think the second half of December I start putting my dating app profiles into Lima to get ready to go. And yeah, December 31st, 2023, I'm in Lima. I fly from LA. I still have one more month of my lease on my apartment, but I paid them for that. And then I flew from LA to Lima. I stayed there, Lima for 3 months, and rest of Peru for, I did a total of 6 months in Peru. So 3 months in other places around Peru. But yeah, the best sexual marketplace was Lima, for sure, because I did text sexual marketplaces in other places. Alright, so sexual marketplace R&D. So now we're in Lima. So this one, you know, all my preparation, find the data, find the place to be. Alright, I'm in the place to be. Remember, I test 180 cities. International test. Remember, I test 180 cities to find the best one for me to get the most women. Let's go to this last sheet here. So now I'm in the city, Lima. Gonna be there for 6 months. Beginning of this year, 2023. Lima, Peru. 331 matches. Tinder plus Bumble plus Badoo in 24 hours. 10 million pop. Super high ratio real. Let's see what's the highest one. Obviously that one. But the second is not even close. So I'm in like the sweet spot for me out of 180 cities, and it's data backed, data proven. And alright. So, you know, I got like 40 to 60 sheets of data here. This is one data for task 20 for my people. Got a comment here. Alright, so I'll show you like the results. So I banged 14 women in hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know down here is 10. So I banged 12 women in like 12 weeks or 13 weeks or something. Basically, my best stretch for a month, I banged 10 different women in a month. January 21st to February 21st. And you can also see from January 1st to January 21st, I had no success. 0. So it's 3 weeks. I was so frustrated. I'm like, I'm in the best city. I haven't banged one woman in 3 weeks. But so here's some data about that. And I was testing a lot of stuff. Like I was funneling women to WhatsApp. And then from the WhatsApp, I was trying to have them fill out the Typeform. And in January, yeah, I had 100 people, 100 women fill it out. 0 women actually met up with me. So January was like, okay, I'm in the correct city. Now I got so many variables to test. How do I get a woman from a dating app to a first date? And then on the first date, what's the best thing, most optimal thing to do to get a bang on the first date? And then what do you do after the first date? So it's like, all right, I'm here. I'm in the correct, I've done the data collection. I'm in the correct place. I do have a proven script to have a woman text me from like November, December when I got those 2,000 WhatsApp numbers. So now I'm here, but now I got to figure out how do I convert this attention to bangs. So the first 3 weeks of January was me doing everything wrong, which is fine because I'm getting data of what does not work. And I've got a bunch of months here, so I can afford to. I can afford to screw up and like. But there's there are a lot of variables to test, and that's the reason I went to Lima, because I wanted to be in a place where there's massive volume of matches and women that I get, because then I can get conclusive data from running all my experiments. But yeah, the first 3 weeks I did get dates, but I was not getting bangs. which again is fine because I had a lot of time to test and I had a lot of volume to test, but I was frustrated. So here we go. We're on week 3, January 21st. What was my first bang? January 21st. That's interesting. It's the first time I wrote down notes here. I had more than a few women ask about my multiple profiles today. It's way more than normal. Because, yeah, I kept my 5 Tinder, 5 Bumble, 5 Badoo profiles. I just moved them all into Lima. So I was running 5 profiles of each in Lima. I also got this comment from a 28-year-old woman on Tinder, Catalina. I sent her like a scripted message. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I was doing this. I think I had my employees like doing some other stuff because I did really want first-hand data here. Sent out this. So I sent it to her, sent the same script to her once on each of my 2 different Tinder profiles. And she said, is that copy-pasting working for you? Because it's the second time you wrote that to me. Also, what's up with these several Tinder profiles and the ad on Instagram? Are you that desperate or are you just kidnapping Latinos? So, I think I started running Instagram ads maybe a week prior. With photos from my professional photo shoots. That was in, April 2022. But now we're in January 2023, beginning of this year. So I had a bunch of Tinder profiles. I was running a bunch of testing. First time running IG ads, story ads to get women to message me. And some of the first story ads I put on in Spanish. I said, looking for friends with benefits. We'll meet up once a week. We won't talk outside of that. Send me a message if you're interested. With my face on there is a professional photo of me. Now just like overlay the Instagram text, IG story text on top, and I run it as an ad. So this is what she's referencing. Which I thought this was actually good feedback. Because I do think I had another woman say, oh, are you that desperate? So that had turned into 2 feedbacks of me looking desperate, which is good because I don't want to look desperate, which means what I was doing was looking desperate. So after hearing her comment for myself, well, I'm running experiments and acquiring data, so there's no shame in having multiple profiles. But the feedback of women seeing multiple profiles plus IG ads as desperate/weird is good data for me to know to make better decisions in the future. So yeah, that actually was helpful for the women to say that. So I deleted 4 of the Tinder accounts because I believe the multiple accounts was harming conversion rate overall across all my Tinder profiles because women wouldn't know which one is real. They think I'm a bot. Or I mean, they told me what they thought. Are you that desperate or are you kidnapping Latinas? I do think I had another 1 or 2 women also ask, are you kidnapping Latinas? So I deleted 4 of the accounts. Also unsubscribed from all pro plans and deleted my cards from those accounts before deleting them. Okay, I think this is like Tinder Pro, Bumble Pro. And also something that happened in December is I got like 10 Bumble accounts banned and 10 Badoo accounts banned, which were like 5 of mine plus others that I had made for my beta testers. We all got wiped out banned. So I really only had the multiple Tinders to get rid of. I think I had 2 Bumbles, so I got rid of 1. I think I was only running 1 Badoo, 1 or 2 Badoos at this time. So I deleted my cards. Yeah, I was running. So I had 15 or 20 phone numbers, 15 or 20 different credit cards. I'd create virtual credit cards through privacy.com, so they couldn't link. They banned me. They couldn't link it to a future credit card. I'm testing, and this is actually my first time I got a bang from Sylvia. She was from Bumble. Yeah, banged. So that's when I started recording a little bit more data in this way, because I finally got something that worked after 3 weeks. And you can see this is just Tinder. I got 782 matches in a week. 442. I think 1 week I got like 1,500. Oh, I stopped recording. Okay. So I started just kind of data amps just once a week, see if that give me more. Still like, okay, I got the volume, but now I got so many variables to test. So I'll go back here. January to, I think it was mid-April I was in. January, February, March, April. I think April 1st. I think I left Lima April 1st. So let's put on. So let's put on April. So this was, yeah, I do think I still had my employees doing stuff. Or I think I had them doing something different because I wanted to deal with all the messages on my own. I wanted to be in the field, getting the real data, talking to the women. And yeah, I would spend all day. I'd have like hundreds to go through. So this was Lima banging. Lima bang. Let's see some of the other sheets that I got here. Okay, WhatsApp numbers from dating apps. Okay, I think I was trying a different funnel. So this is February 2023. Trying a different funnel, different system to get women on dates. Women message us first. Just, trying different scripts. Trying different bios. And it's good because I'm running a lot of volume, so I can get conclusive data from running these experiments. Last step didn't work. Data collection. Alright, so this is February 2022. So if we look at my bangs, alright, I got 3 women by the end of January. So 3 women by the end of the first month in Lima. Also, actually, this by women did not fill out sheet. Fill out Typeform. So yeah, so this is actually, I moved this here because this is actually January stuff. When I was trying to see if I could have the women fill out the Typeform, meaning I would have 100 women that would meet me, and I wouldn't have to talk to them, very much. I would just send the Typeform and be like, hey, apply if you want to see me. So I recorded feedback I got from women. So I sent out 78 feedback requests of women that did not fill it out. This is all on WhatsApp. This is what I said to them. Hey, it's the end of the month and I'm receiving comments or feedback. What was the reason, number 1, that you did not fill out the Typeform? Basically to see me or to meet up with me. Alright, did not interest me. No, fill out form just to know a random guy. I don't need to fill out any form or any application for anyone. I know you for a page. I don't remember if it was Tinder or Badoo. Next one, wrong number. Next one, who are you? Next one, emoji laughing. Next one, question marks. You're a ridiculous clown. Why would I have to fill out a form? So communicate doesn't make sense. I don't like having to wait in line or take a date or schedule a date to know someone. You should be making the date to know me. It looks dumb and ridiculous to fill out an application. It's my perception, but okay, good luck. Then I ask follow-up questions. You make someone feel like they're basically just a list of persons. They should see your schedule. Okay. Look to me like untrustworthy, that link. Narcisista, superficial. So basically, the women didn't like it. What is this? I got another 26 feedback. So send another, was this February 1st? Oh, hold on. 26th. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, alright, February 1st right there. So I sent out 50, got 26 feedbacks. Who are you? The Prince of Gales. Why do I need to fill out the application? I only filled it out because I thought it was to create an account. I didn't know it was to go out with you. But don't worry, I don't want to go out with you. Who are you? They want it to be in a natural way. Not I'm filling out a sheet. I don't fill out sheets. So I could have done more with the feedback, but yeah, I could have recorded more feedback, but the feedback's basically all the same. So this was end of January. So yeah, January 31, February 1st. It's alright. Having them fill out the Typeform is not a good strat. Which is fine. So I'm finding out stuff that didn't work. But still, I banged 3 women. None of them had filled out the Typeform though. And we move on to February. Let's see. Let's try a new strat. Maybe a new script. We message women first, or women message us first. So I was 0 for 300, I think, on me messaging women first on the dating app. And is something FitX Fearless said. So FitX was right. I had to test it though. Oh, and also I got ShadowBanned on Tinder and refunded from. What is it? Oh, this is in March. Okay, whatever. All right, we'll move up into March now. I stopped using. I think from like February 6th to March, I think went really hard with the Instagram ads, IG ads. Maybe I should pull up that data. We can see some data for that. So I really neglected dating apps from like mid-February to looks like I got back on them like March. So yeah, I sent the same message over and over. I got shadow banned. I wasn't actually banned because I could still sign in and view and send messages, but I definitely got shadow banned because I realized I sent 200 messages and I got 0 responses. I was like, oh, something's wrong with that. And sending WhatsApp numbers, 0 women sent me. And I got my credit card blocked. Got another card declined. So I think I deleted this. I deleted that account and started a new Tinder account. But yeah, that's the only time I've gotten Tinder account banned or shadow banned. My camera was moving slow. Hopefully the sound's picking up fine. Let me go to. Alright, so that was February to March. I'm also going to show. Let's bring up these ads manager. Because I definitely started going hard with the ads like February 6th, I think. So again, we're still here. Oops. Lima banging. Sexual marketplace R&D. Vasectomy. Okay, vasectomy's done. KEttleShell. Alright, we'll get to that. Okay, boxing done. That's done. Alright. Oops. Yeah, so I do want to show some of this. Basically, I was getting like DMs for $1. But something interesting. I found out the rule of 300 where it takes 300 women messaging me to get one high interest in me to meet me for a date ASAP. Meet up and bang ASAP. High interest woman. Is the same thing for the Instagram DMs. So it's costing, I had to get 300 DMs. I wonder why this isn't loaded. Facebook Ads Manager. It's taking me 300 IG DMs to get one high interest woman on a date. From like, the ad would be an ad for her to DM me. It'd just be like some like, it wouldn't be say, hey, you want to go on a date with me? It was just, a photo of me saying I'm in Lima or whatever. Maybe an IG story I recorded of me being in Lima. and just telling them to DM me like hey or something. Nothing about dating. But I definitely went hard with the IG ads. I think I started like slow like mid-January, and I really went hard like starting. Did I do it in mid-January? I don't even remember. I think I started in August. Alright, hold on. Alright, I got my Facebook Ads Manager open. Maximum. So January 9th. Yeah, I really started pushing hard with the IG ads for dating like mid-February. Let's look at some of this data. So basically, first campaigns, I was saying, hey, can you come to Miraflores, which is kind of like that rich neighborhood, or the rich zone. And let's see the results. So, $2 per message, $2 per message, $8 per message, $4 a message, 80 cents a message. I think this was the one where I was like, looking for friends with, so this one, Puedes venir a Miraflores, Lima, sí, claro. So it's like asking them, hey, can you come to like, I don't know, this neighborhood? And it'd just be like, my photo shoot photos of me with this text on it. Puedes venir a Miraflores, Lima. And then the DM prompt would be like, say the same text, and then the auto response they could choose would be like, oh yes, of course. Maki's, I think this is the one where I was looking for friends with benefits. Just we meet once a week, and we don't talk any other time about that. 80 cents per message. I think I also opened the targeting up to all of Lima. So I think this targeting was like, my location plus 3 kilometers. And then I opened up the targeting to all of Lima. And I've realized it is better to target the whole city, because my highest interest women come from 3.5 hours one way or 2 hours one way to see me. So they're not always going to be in your closest neighborhood. So you're going to pay more and get like less hot leads here. Let's see. IG messaging, February 8th. This one I really started, this is kind of like random testing. This one I really started to get into it. You can see 171 DMs from women, $1.67. So that's like, I don't know, $300 spent. Then, ran that campaign for, it looks like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Then did another one. 100 messages, $2.44. This one was good. This text just asks, like, hey, are you in Lima? 96 cents per message. This is a type form for women to fill out the type form. $11 per type form fill out. Testing. Tested some different ones. $3 per message, $6, $4. So my best ones were 96 cents. Just saying, hey, are you in Lima? Which I think probably would have done better as a, I think it's fine. I should have ran more follower ads. So I just went straight from they see me first to messaging me without even following me. So I definitely could have done that better. But this is fun. I mean, $1 per message, $300 for a high interest woman to bang. Can get 300 leads easier and cheaper on dating apps, but I didn't do a good job with top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. I was bringing top of funnel attention directly to bottom of funnel, asking them on a date. So I didn't do good going through funnel because I didn't even understand marketing funnels. I understand them much better now because it's been 8 months later from doing business stuff, but I had zero idea of marketing funnels and how to do them when I was doing this. And I think I did fine. I'd definitely do a lot better though if I were to do this again with all the knowledge I have now. But I had fun testing this, but I know if I did this again I would get way better results. And yeah, the targeting, initially I was just targeting, close to me, 3 kilometers away, radius or circle around me. And now I know test, putting the targeting to the whole city is the best. And just letting the highest interest women's bubble up from there. But I wasn't just doing the ads, I was also doing 3 stories a day. 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch, 1 at the evening. But I made it easy where I would go explore for like half a day, and I would get like, I'd have content for a month. So I'd have 3 stories a day times 30 days. So I'd get at least 90 stories. I'd film at least 90 stories, I'd go to explore a zoo for half of a day. So I could get a month's worth of content in an afternoon. Get 90 stories. I would just record myself, with the camera app on my phone. Me kind of being just like, I basically just be a tour guide. But I would post it, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, 1 at night. So I would always be popping up when women would be on IG if they had followed me, or if they were looking at my profile. So I'd always have something showing there. And I would have women that would say, "Oh yeah, I saw your stories, your statuses, thought you were cool, want to meet up," and then we'd bang that first meetup. So I definitely know I could have done way better with this, but I had no marketing experience for business or anything at this time. So I felt like this is great and I learned a lot. I mostly did a lot of things that didn't work, but it was really fun. Alright, so that was the Facebook ads. Now let's go back to my keeping track of my bangs. Yeah, so basically my big thing here, January 21 to February 21, I finally found some funnels and systems that worked. I banged 10 different women in 1 month. I also had a 2-a-day here, which was banged one woman in the afternoon, banged a different woman at night. So that was cool. And I had one more 2-a-day, maybe it was this Sunday. Where I banged one woman in the afternoon, one woman at night. But I only put the woman here that I banged for the first time. So they don't show up. They'll show up here in another column. So I got some other data here. Acquisition channel. Some of these came from when I was getting the WhatsApp numbers in like November and December. It looks like also October. So it came from October. Also from January to February, maybe from mid-January to like mid-February, I think. Or maybe it's just February. I created a second Badoo account, gave it to this dude, E.E. Paez. He had a service to like set up dates for you. And I let him do it just to see what his strategy was, what my strategy was. His wasn't, well, it was fine. The only problem with his was he talked to the women so much so they showed up seeing me in a more beta frame. Only 2 out of 14 dates he set up, I banged on the first date. So women were seeing me more beta with the dates he set up. So my dates were way better. Basically, I've gotten it now to where it's, if a woman's showing up, I put them through steps to do. 100% we're gonna bang on the first date. So it was fine. His was okay, but it was good for me to get some reference point of what other people were doing. Kept a lot of data. So I banged 14 women in like, I don't know. Well, January 21 to April. Yeah, not really any. I got off. I think I stopped the IG ads. Let me see. Like early March or maybe mid-March. So not really many new women from March to April. Let me see. Ends. Alright. Actually, you know what I should do? I'll break this down by day. We can actually see. Okay, so it looks like April I stopped. I was trying different stuff. I was trying the Typeforms, Typeform all Lima. IG DMs, are you in Lima? Oh, I got 40 DMs in one day. 28 DMs in one day. 35 DMs in one day. How much should I spend that day? $30 a day. Where's my spend column? Amount spent, here we go. Yeah, $30 a day. Alright. Yeah, so definitely could have gotten a lot of results from 19 campaigns. Let's look at some of this data. Let's see. Let's look at like my popular campaigns. I break down by day. I'm gonna break down by like age. 169 messages. 169. 101. 171. Sure, I'll do the 78. I think that was the Friends of Benefits one. The Makis. Okay, I can't select. Get rid of that. So that's really, well, alright, it's not updating. Too much thinking for my computer. Alright, I'll let it load on the other screen. But let's see the age of the women. Mostly, oh, here we go. I put it to the other screen, it actually worked. Alright, let's go here. Filter by selection. Alright, here we go. $1.58 per message. Remember, there's 10 million people in Lima. So I reached 50,000, which is, I don't know if that's good for the age, or I don't know if that's a lot for the age ranges I was targeting, but let's look at let's look at age. So I'm mostly getting 18 to 24 and 25 to 34. Yeah, I think that's what I was targeting. I think my first campaigns I just let run with 18 to 65 plus, just to see which women liked me the most. It's really the 25 to 34s that liked me the most. $1.43 at the younger, $1.62 that. But if you look at the list of women I banged, most of them were 25 to 34. One message from a granny, 65 plus. And also, I only banged 2 women from IG. 10. What was it? 10 were from dating apps, 2 were from IG. But with IG, I got the most repeat women that came back the most. So it seems like there's more social proof because they can see more who I am, my profile, more pictures, more stuff my day-to-day with my stories and my highlights. So again, I would definitely do the marketing funnel a lot better if I did this again, but this is my first time doing any marketing for a business or myself at all in the sexual marketplace. So I went straight from my ads were all DM me, DM me, DM me. And that does not, it's 1 out of 300 for that. Placements, I think I mostly did IG stories. Yeah, IG stories for all of them. So yeah, 100%. So I could mix that up more, reels, stories, and feed if I were to do this again. Oh, I already did age. Then day. Yeah, some days getting a ton. Let's see. And also, I mean, I should have good data. I'm a white dude and a white American dude and Lima, Peru. 40 messages in a day, 30 messages, 36, 27, 25. Yeah, so this is good. That was good first attempt. 60, yeah. So February was when I really started putting it on. Spending, I think, $10 a day. I'd spent $15 a day. $20 a day. I think some of them were $30 a day. Yeah, right here. 30 or $40 a day to get like 41, 30, 36 messages. All right, so it's cool to look at. Yeah, let's look at the ages. Yeah, what do we say? 25 to 34 is my most popular. 18 to 24 is my second most popular. So the ages of the women. Remember, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so 10 were from dating apps, 2 from IG. Because I also had one would message me, I would instantly say, hey, I'm going here, this park, tonight, 7 p.m. So I was going right when they messaged me, or maybe same day or maybe next day. So I was going straight from them seeing me for the first time to me telling them, hey, we're going to meet up. And if they didn't, I would block and delete them, which, to be honest, saved me time. But now I definitely know to let them see more middle of funnel content from me before doing any date stuff. And I actually have the women set up the dates now. If they message me, I just tell them, I don't have time for messages, propose a date. That's what I tell them. I have been, I was setting up the first date and having women set up every date after that, but I think I'm going to change my strategy to being having women set up all the dates. So they're only coming to me when they're ready to meet up and they're actually proposing a date to me. So let's look at these ages. 29. So I was 20. I just turned 28 at this time. Actually, these ones, I was still 27. Oh, wait. Hold on. So this is before my birthday. Yeah, so I was 27 for these. 31. Or I was 28 here. January 31. So we were the same age. This one was older. This one was older. This one was older. This one was the same age. Yeah, basically all others are from Naomi and Danitza. And also my beard, I think the women were saying I was looking like early 30s. So maybe they thought I was older than them. Some women thought I was 36 with the beard. But my photos, see, I had a beard the whole time. My photos were no beard. Because I did them when I just turned 27. So that was spring 2022. I didn't have a beard, but I decided once I was in Lima to wear a beard. None of my pictures had a beard, except in IG when I did my stories. Yeah, so each day, morning, lunchtime, night, I would have at least one story. I would do one story at each, 3 stories a day on both IG and WhatsApp. And I still have my employees doing stuff throughout this. I think I was doing all the messaging, but my employees were doing because I wanted the data from in the arena, me doing all the messaging, first party data. So here we go, banged on first date. You see most of them, banged on first date. Third time we banged 3 times the same night. So again, I bang on the first date, that's what I do. Again, I definitely could do better on the marketing. If I were to do this again, I think I could get 3 to 5x the results. So I could bang 30 to 50 women in a month. Because remember, I did 10 in 1 month, right here, with 1 2 a day. I think I had my second 2 a day here on March 5th. So it's banging 1 woman in the afternoon, 1 woman at night. Let's see. Did I tell her this message? No, I got this from FitX Fearless. I never used it. Who sent first message after bang? Most of it was me. Sometimes it was her. I do a better message thing now. I just let the women message me first, and I tell her I don't have time for messages. Propose a date, and the women do it. So it's good. I don't have to talk to them. She messaged me first. I didn't want to meet up with her. She was 46. I did want to test bang an older woman. Not. I actually went soft halfway through banging her because it wasn't that arousing. What else we got? Did we eventually meet up after first bang? So you can see when I reached out, no. And she reached out, no. Probably because I screwed these up. Because again, it's my first time doing all this. All my testing was finding the best cities. Now Lima, okay, I'm in Lima. I'm in my best city. Now I got to test getting the volume and finding the variables to get a woman from a dating app to a first date, or from Instagram to a first date, and then first date to bang. And okay, I got this first date to bang. But now my volume for what to do after first date to bang is, 12 women. So it's like massive volume at the top of funnel. Obviously, the volume at the bottom of funnel is going to be lower. But 12, it's hard to get any conclusive data from 12. But I actually did. Now I don't message them. I continue posting my stories as normal. I wait for them to message me. I was ignoring the first message from them. I don't know if that's smart to do. I could test it again. But I always would make them double text. And then I'd respond to the double text one. But I think if they text me first, after I started doing this right at the end, I'll have them, I just reply, I don't have time for messages, propose a date. And then they'll test you. Women will still send messages for the next days or weeks. But eventually I'll probably give them like 5 messages. If they send me 5 messages without send them with the date, I'll just block them and delete them. I blocked and deleted so many women. I'm actually like the master, the god of blocking and deleting women. Let's see. So it's like this is the last column. Yeah, number total times bang. Look at this. IG DM ad. I banged these women each 3 times. So I got, I also think I probably could have done better with these dating app women. I just didn't have a good post-first bang strategy. Because these were my first volumes, first times doing the experiments. Number of times total banged. But see, the DM ad, the women from IG, I got the most repeat bangs with them. They were the highest interest. So I think it's just because you can, there's more middle of funnel content. So top of funnel content is kind of just like your photos on the dating app the first time they've seen you. Middle of funnel content is like seeing you over and over again, seeing more of your life, your lifestyle, your posts on IG. So IG fills in that middle of funnel and bottom of funnel because it allows DM and ads that direct to a DM. Yeah, I did get 1 from dating app bang, meetup bang 3 times. So what's this total? I was also gonna bang this woman more times too. Danitza. We didn't bang the first date. She hit me up like 2 months later, and then we banged. I didn't hit her up after the first date at all. Who sent for a message after bang? Okay. So equals some. So 19 bangs, maybe 20 bangs. Okay. Could have been 20. Could have also been a little bit more. So 19 bangs. Because, yeah, this woman did covertly ask me to bang again. But I'd already left Lima, so I just ignored her. Alright, some of that. I also tested goddesses. So January, February, March, I said all dating apps, IG DMs, and I stopped. Tested goddesses. Goddesses are just $25 a bang. And also goddess castles, $13 a bang. Which actually is really good value. It saves me a lot of time. So I did like the goddesses. So I had Lima at that point. Okay. Okay, that's that. Let's see. Then Semen is ideal. We had an ideal here. I think it's ideal Tinder chat. She was super excited, super responding. This was not common. A WhatsApp screenshot. Okay, looks like I didn't do any WhatsApp screenshot. Okay, let's look at this. Was dating like after divorce? Alright, so we got all these out of Zive. Keeping track of bangs. And what else do I gotta show? Alright, let's go back to this. And then I'm banging, till April, then April, May, a little bit of June, I explored other cities. Definitely didn't bang as much. Alright, so we can get rid of that. Go back to this. Vasectomy R&D, that's done. Oh, this is KEttleShell. So also during this time, I think January to April, same exact time was so it's product safety testing with our final prototype. Product safety testing, their final prototype. Oops. So testing like the weight, product safety testing. Basically the dumbbell weight or attachable handle could hold. Boxing was done. I still did some boxing workouts in Lima, but no coaching. So I just did it for exercise. Okay, done with vasectomy, done with wife. This night at Biz+. You could say that here was unlimited. Unlimitedwomen.com or no .co. So I had someone make a website. I don't need a website. Instagram's really all that's needed right now. Alright, so that's business stuff, and then so that's all the banging. Then this was, let's say to June. Actually, move me over here. Let's say this is June 2022. June 2022. What did I do? I tested other sexual marketplaces, other cities in Lima, or other cities in Peru. Other cities, PE. None was, no, I didn't have any success close to Lima. What else did I do? Other cities, Lima, or other cities, Peru. Yeah, I tested like 4 or 5 other cities. Pisco, Ica, Piura, Villarrica. Okay, that's 4. Other cities, Peru. No, didn't bang any women close to the number I banged in Lima. Vasectomy done, KEttleShell, product safety testing. We passed that. So this was So his first production run. So I like the results from the first production run. So I like the results from safety testing. It was good. So me and design time we decided, hey, first production run. This one, I actually did the vasectomy. Is it the vasectomy? I started first time creating content for business stuff. So let's put that here. Yeah, I think I started in April. I was creating content for, I think for both coaching businesses for, so I kind of had like 3 businesses, in parallel here. One was a learning to create content. Learning to content. Create short form video content. I was doing it for Unlimited Women, and for vasectomy, I was calling it Safe Vasectomy. Learning to content. Yeah, creating short form video content. Also, I think it was April and May. I was in FitX Fearless dating group to see if there's any stuff he had that I didn't know. No, he had a lot of. I was looking to see if there's any 0 to 1 tips. Like, literally, if you don't have this 0 results, you have this, you get 100 results. No, nothing amazing. Just more like, good improvement stuff. So, yeah, I got some marginal help out of that. But I spent like a whole month. It might have been May. Like, because I signed up like mid-January. Because I was frustrated. I wasn't getting. Remember, it took me 3 weeks to bang the first woman in Lima. I was frustrated that I was wondering, was I missing something? Did other people know stuff I didn't? And no, not really. It seemed like in the group they were like figuring stuff out like I was as well, testing stuff and updating the strategy. But I took I think it was like May. I really didn't. I think it took like a whole month to read through the whole Telegram chat that I'd missed out from mid-June to May, or mid-January to May. And while I was kind of learning to create content. And then, mid-May signed up for a coaching program for both these. And basically started in June, like June 1st. Coaching program. Biz+Content coaching program for both these businesses. Actually, I don't want to put that there. Learning. So I was kind of doing this on my own, April to June. Also doing, I guess I'll put it here, FitX Telegram Plus course. So it took like a whole month to go through the Telegram plus his video course. But I mean, I went through the stuff after I'd figured it all out on my own, but I paid for it, so I said, might as well. No, nothing 0 to 1. Some good 1 to N improvement stuff though. So yeah, I spent literally a whole month 8 hours a day. It took a while to go through all this stuff. In June, I'm back to Lima for a little bit. Then I left to the US. Because basically, say June to July here. Get rid of this guy. Put July 2022. July 2022. And basically for the sexual marketplace stuff, I was done after June, after Lima, after I came back to the US. basically sometime in June to sometime in July. We can say the sexual marketplace is done. Done. Came back to the US because June to July. I mean, it didn't take me a month to do this, but I assembled the first 200 units of KEttleShell. Assemble units. Assemble units. Let's see. Nothing we're talking with Sarah. Assemble units. Boxing. Assemble units. Hung out with my parents for like first half of July. And then here's what I'll do. Like basically June to July, or we can say assemble units, ship into Amazon, so I did that. Vasectomy down there. Boxing done. You see July. Now we can do in August. Basically July to August of 2022. Learning to content. Do another one here. Basically in June I started not divorce. And I also started a coaching program in mid-May. I signed up for it, but I didn't start until like, let's say June 1st. So, this was through Digital Business Accelerator. So, Biz+Content coaching program. Actually, we started doing it for the safe vasectomy. So this one is called safe vasectomy. So safe vasectomy. We got KEttleShell. And we got Unlimited Women. So 4 businesses in parallel. You know, I'm done with the sexual marketplace. All right, banged a bunch of women, learned a lot about marketing. You know, had amazing, you know, banged 10 different women in, you know, a month. Really learn, really get funnel down, really get system down. Honestly, it's probably only 60% optimized, or maybe even less. Because honestly, if I did this again, I could get 3 to 5x the results. Yeah. But basically, I was like, all right, I had my fun the first 6 months of the year. Now I gotta get into building business mode. So I actually signed up for them to help me with. That'll actually be here. Help me with biz, help me with content. So I signed up for a Biz+Content coaching program. And from down here, it's port knowledge from Biz+Content. Yeah, so like I got the knowledge for this safe vasectomy offer. And that's like, we focused on this, but I learned how to create content, like the ideas to create content. So I ported that knowledge to here for Not Divorce. I also did it for here Unlimited Women. Port knowledge, and creating content, and offer development, port knowledge, and also for KEttleShell. I made a little bit of content, but it's a physical product, so it's different than coaching. Port knowledge, Biz+ coaching program. Put that right there. And then, right at the start of August 2022, I decided I'm not gonna keep doing the safe vasectomy offer. I'm not gonna keep doing the Unlimited Women offer. I'm gonna focus in on this divorce offer. So I stopped that. I did keep going with KEttleShell. So this is this is now, we're in November. Oh, these are all 2023. And we got this. Send me a new apartment. This is LA. And then here's Lima, Peru. Lima, Peru. And then this is other cities, Peru. Pisco, Ica, Piura, Villa, Rica, and I'll just say other cities, Peru. And June, July, I spent like 2 weeks in the US. So I'll just call this the US. And then November 2023. I've been, so since it's like mid-July, came from the US to Oaxaca, Mexico. They have a festival in, I think it's mid-July or end of July, Guelaguetza. I missed that, or I had so much work, missed it. But just recently, I did the Day of the Dead. Dia de los Muertos here is a whole 1 week celebration. So I didn't get too much done the last week, but I had so much food. Traveled to like the pueblos outside the city, which is like 20 minutes by bus. Bus is just 50 cents, just 20 minutes. It's been in Oaxaca, Mexico. Basically, so I've done nothing with women, but I've wanted to take that low cost of living, and I've taken it and thrown it into IG ads starting basically like August 1st. I mean, I started like July 27th, but I call it August 1st. I run IG ads for my businesses since then. Yeah, but I paused the safe vasectomy one. I paused the Unlimited Women one. Well, it says done. Basically done or pause. I decided to go all in on this not divorce one. So from here is, so from August to November to today, is short form content plus ads messaging, IG ads funnel plus long form content on YouTube, So that's what I'm doing for Not Divorce. Amazon. Basically bad. For KEttleShell. So what you're viewing now, you're viewing long form content on YouTube. This is for my Not Divorce business. So I'm thinking I can get more money faster and help more men with this Not Divorce offer. Because I think it's more unique than a dating offer. Although I could have a dating offer like, hey, we'll find you the best city for you to go. You go live there for a few months, bang a bunch of women, since I've already figured out how to do it. And the safe vasectomy one. Yeah, I figured. So I put all my eggs in this Not Divorce system. This KEttleShell. Optimize listing plus run AMZ PPC plus what I just found out yesterday, and I put a lot of time into his TikTok shop. So I sent out like 30 units to what did I say? Optimize listing plus Amazon PPC. I've had to fire a bunch of Amazon PPC dudes because I haven't, they've missed deadlines. Plus TikTok shop. Put that over here. So yeah, that's literally what I've been doing till today, November 2023. So you see, I'm always doing a ton of stuff in parallel. Boxing. I actually stopped the boxing workouts basically in May here. So I have been doing the boxing workouts really good. But then they took my weights. I was doing with 3-pound granny dumbbells. They took my weights on one of the flights, and they took my weighted jump rope. So I guess I lost my fire to be disciplined. So I was still doing boxing workouts on my own. Boxing workouts on my own. But I think it's because I guess I got a little demotivated that I kept having my boxing supplies stolen because I couldn't go on the airplane with them. But also, I had 4 businesses started in parallel because I had to start acquiring the currency. I'll put it down here as well. So I think it was half of demoralized from having my normal routine interrupted by having my weights, my weighted jump rope taken from me, my dumbbells. And you can see 4 businesses run at the same time. Gonna pause this. Okay, I'm gonna put this here, signed divorce papers. All right. Yes, and so this is my first time living outside the U.S. this year. I've been back, I think I was in the U.S. for 22 days. I know because I get a max of 35 to use the foreign earned income exclusion. Yeah, so I'm going to sell through this KEttleShell inventory, and I'm going to put all the money into Not Divorce, so this business will stop just because the margins are too low on physical products. Margins are way higher in coaching programs like this. So I feel like I can make more money and have more impact with Not Divorce, which is these videos you're watching right here, is the long form content. And I've got like 120 units of KEttleShell to sell through, something like that, maybe 140. So I should be able to do it by the end of the Christmas season. I've been dropping my price, so not selling for as much as I was hoping, which I probably could do better, but like the margins are so low, it's like 15-20% at best. And these, if I get this divorce coaching program going, it could be like 70% margins, 60 to 70% margins. So I'd rather put my ROI into this. And also I don't have to have money locked up in inventory. So it's just better economic situation here with this Not Divorce system, which is the content you're watching. So yeah, this has been my life after divorce. And I didn't even plan, I had the idea of, these timeline things, but It's my first time drawing this up. And yeah, I'm always doing a lot of stuff in parallel, but you see it's coming down. So I've done no women since leaving Peru in June 2023. None in the US, none in Oaxaca, Mexico, no women at all. I've just been wanting to grow these businesses because I decided, like, look, the first 6 months of the year, I've earned it, 28 years of hard work, and go bang a bunch of broads. And also figure out the systems and the marketing and, you know, the messaging to do that, and how to do all the first dates good, and what to do after the first date. And now, you know, I gotta buckle in, get these businesses rolling, get this currency. And you can see I've paused to top 2 of the businesses, the Safe Vasectomy one, the Unlimited Women one. So still doing 2 businesses right now. Gonna pause this KEttleShell one once I run out of inventory. My plan is to sell out by Christmas, so it's 7 more weeks. And just go all in on this not divorce one because I like it. I feel like it's gonna be high margin. I think it's gonna help a lot of men. Because you see the videos I create, like all these other things, you know, all these assets. I got all the stuff no other man in the universe has. So, like, I'm definitely number 1 in the universe for this. I feel like I can charge a lot, earn a lot of money, and help a lot of men. So, yeah. So you'll see me on IG, short form content, plus ads, plus testing out different ads messaging for the IG ads funnel, plus long form content, which right now you're watching. And I'm almost done with the coaching program, so it'll run out in a week or 2. And now I'll be on my own to figure this out and solve it. And I feel like I've got enough of the puzzle pieces to figure out and solve it. Just basically, like, I get you guys to 7 hours of watching me, so you trust me, and then you'll hire me. So I think that's just the last piece of the puzzle, having enough of this long form content to get you to 7 hours or more to watch me. So yeah, this has been my whole life since divorce. I do still have more questions to go through. But let's go through these fast. Okay, gave you the timeline when I started seeing other women. It's kind of like, I think I did the first date in March or April. But again, remember, I wasn't getting much volume. I was getting like 10 to 20 matches a week. So I think I did a date in March and a date in July. So I wasn't doing a lot of volume, so I didn't feel like testing. You know, it's dumb to test when you got low volume of data. And also, I didn't want to get any woman pregnant before my vasectomy. And also then there's another 3 months waiting after my vasectomy. So vasectomy was May, end of May 2022. And then August 2022. At the end was when I was cleared. No sperm in the semen, but my sperm was frozen in all these other businesses. But then it was also, I don't want to get any false charges, have to go to court for anything before I can go to Lima and bang a bunch of these broads. And so I'm glad I held off. Glad I looked to all these other cities. It was a lot of fun. And I didn't promise marriage. I didn't promise anything to any of these women. We all knew we were just having fun with each other. And now no one even talked about that with me. Let's see. So I didn't talk to them too much. Just meet up, talk a little bit, bang, talk a little bit after. Go their separate ways. Which is good. Because we know from that graph 1, male-female relationships are programmed to end from the jump. So it doesn't make sense to invest in a woman after banging her. You could invest in your dreams instead, like this. Spend your meat, money, energy, attention, time, investing into your dreams, whatever that is. Probably some component will be a business to acquire currency, but what you do with that currency will probably be your real dreams. But yeah, growing this business stuff will definitely help with the real dreams. Okay, let's see what else. When I started seeing other women, I tried to ASAP. January 1st, remember I sent out the 100 messages to the women. The cold approach women's numbers I got 0 dates and only like 3 to 5 like positive responses from. But that was okay. Maybe told me that, all right, cold approach is a lot of time and not a lot of results, so that's fine. And I haven't done cold approach since. So yeah. And also when I was in Mexico, I was hitting up wife's friends, because maybe she's marketed me enough, or they might want to meet up and bang. But no. I had 2 dates set up with 2 of them, both flaked. So, alright, that's fine. I was testing me and other women when I was down in Mexico, December 2021. Testing. So, it's right after the divorce, but, you know, when you watch my marriage and divorce video, when we divorced, it had been 12 months since my wife had been threatening me with divorce. So it kind of like partially, maybe like half, maybe like 60, maybe 75% emotionally disconnected by then. So it was pretty easy. How long it took to emotionally disconnect from my wife fully? After the ending of the relationship on December 1, 2021. That was 100 days. 100 days. And I showed you that graph, kind of similar. I showed you that graph earlier in the video, kind of similar to this one, where she still called and talked to me like once a week, once every 2 weeks. And yeah, I actually needed that to emotionally disconnect. LA Bumble data, I showed you that sheet. Where I started looking, you know, January 1st. That's when I got on Bumble. That's when I decided I'm going to start everything fresh. January 1st, 2022. Vasectomy, told you about that stuff. April international testing sheet, told you about that stuff. Actually, I think that was May. Because I did January through April in LA only. That was May. Other international testing sheet. Yeah, that was all those cities. Bang sheet. Did that. If you want to go more in depth, I do have like dating stuff. Because remember, I started a dating content, you know, dating coaching service June. Remember when I had the 4 businesses running in parallel? Hold on. Let me try and find the link to bring in here. youtube.com/@unlimitedwomen2. So you can come see, you know, more of the sheets, more in depth into the sheets. Here's how to use Oops. And some other videos I've created. But again, I paused this. I didn't have a good strategy to acquire clients, but I do now with this Not Divorce, you know, running the IG ads. So I'll bring this in here. See the data more in depth. You can go youtube.com/@unlimitedwomen2. Got shorts, I got videos. No long stuff like this. I just, you know, this is my first time doing content for businesses in the last 6 months, so, you know, here's a bunch of dating stuff. Oh, here's a good one. 2.5 M pop. Where was that? 2.5 M. Yeah, so cities with 2.5 M population. Remember, when I decided to test, it was at least 450,000 population. Yeah, but now after going to cities, 2.5 million pop to test, or maybe even 5 million if you want to get women from dating apps. I would say nothing lower than that. Also, my most popular video was the worst cities to go to if you want to bang a lot of women. 448 views. For some reason, that was the most popular. So there you go. If you want to go to that YouTube, see the dating data /sheets more in depth. There you go. Bizes. Alright, if you want the vasectomy stuff, I think vasectomy is amazing. If you freeze your sperm and you get a vasectomy, because the people that have been against it, like Poll, I just go on 4chan, they're like, oh, less white babies, it's bad. It's a psyop. I believe you can have more white babies. If you get a vasectomy, build your wealth to 10 to 100, 20 to 100 million by the age of 50, you can have 10 white kids. Whereas if you didn't do that, you had the white kids starting at 30, you'd miss out on the compounding interest of earning money by paying for your children's expenses and only have like 2 to 3 white kids. So I'm thinking you can have more white kids. You can have 10 plus if you just wait till you're 20 to 100 million at 50 or 55 plus, because you froze your sperm at age 27, or whatever, 30, plus you avoided paying child support, avoided paying litigation fees for child support, avoided child custody fighting and the stress and losing all the energy child custody fighting, avoid the cost for litigation for child custody fighting. Hopefully you've avoided marriage and avoid the family law system. So like you get more free time, more less stress, more money, more focus to invest by getting a vasectomy and freezing your sperm. By getting a vasectomy in a way where you get zero post-vasectomy pain syndrome, which is what I shot for and what I got. So I'm big on vasectomies. Free sperm plus vasectomy. It's the only thing that gives you, the man, 100% control of the birth, where he can still bang women. And I feel like if a man values his sperm at all, he should want 100% control of the birth. I don't feel women should get my God sperm by just opening their holes to me. Like, you gotta do way more than that. Like, yeah, I'll bust the semen inside with a condom so I don't get any STDs. But like, I don't feel like you've earned a pregnancy from me from opening your holes to me, nor an accidental pregnancy from me from opening your holes to me. I feel like you gotta try out like way more, do a lot more stuff. I'm probably gonna mate or breed like the Dwight Schrute method. Like, I'll probably mate or breed with a woman I wouldn't normally bang. I actually like small women, like 5 feet, 5'1", 5'2", like 110, 120 pounds, like small. But I'll probably breed with a who are tall women, like Netherlands women, or like WNBA broad, and not actually bang them, just do like the IVF with their eggs. So do the Dwight Schrute method for breeding. And yeah, I have 100% control, and I'll probably do another sperm test. I'll probably do that at least once a year, so I'll probably do it coming up here. The last time I did it was I did it right before I went to Lima. So I did it August 2022, and then I had like a home testing. So I did a home testing in August 2022, and I did it with my vasectomy doc in August 2022, and I did it with another third party in August 2022. All of them came back 0. I did another test on my own December 2022, right before Lima this year, when I came December 31, 2022, aka basically the same as January 1st, 2023. And I haven't tested since. Maybe I'll test in December, or maybe next June, like every 12, 18 months, make sure no sperm in the semen. But I do always wear condoms when I bang these broads. But if you want safe vasectomy, if you want vasectomy info, remember I was creating content for it for like a month or two. Safe vasectomy 3 right here. Again, no long form content. Do you want to know exactly? Just short form vids. Oops. It's either short form vids or like the same video topic as the short. I just made another vid, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes 20 seconds, because shorts can only be 60, but I do the same video topics for each. So yeah, if you want the vasectomy stuff, here you go. Do you want to know again, I love having 100% control of the birth, 100% control that I will never have an accidental pregnancy, 100% control I'll never have child support litigation, child custody litigation, at 50, 100 grand easy, right there. And I can take that 50 to 100 grand. I want to know exactly what is going to happen during a vasectomy procedure. I can take that saved money, 50 to 100 grand, invest in my businesses, grow my businesses, pay for IG ads. Also, it's that save time and save stress, put it into my businesses, grow my currency acquisition opportunity. So I'm guaranteeing no litigation for child support nor child custody, guaranteeing no future litigation for child support if my income grows, because women can come back and do, they can reassess your child support whenever they want. So if I'm more successful, so it's more litigation, more child support, more stress and focus away from my dreams in the future. I can also guarantee since I'm already married to my dreams, I'm not getting married to a human woman again. Is my idea right now. Can guarantee never the family law system or litigating a divorce or litigating division of assets or alimony or anything like that, because, well, that doesn't deal with vasectomy, but you get the picture. Could be a big expense and a big focus away from my dreams. Also, no stress with having my child stolen from me if I get only 10 or 20% custody. If my child stolen from me, I see him a week or maybe once a month. So I can't really live outside the U.S., follow my dreams. Plus, all the while, kids getting brainwashed by the mom to hate me. So I'm feeling the guilt from that, and then spend time with my kid, and the kid's not even enjoying it because the kid's hating me because he was programmed to hate me. Just all these things are avoided by all the graphs that I've showed you, plus freezing your sperm, plus getting a vasectomy. Alright, so that's that. If you want these things, maybe I'll put these links in the description and in the first comment down below. Was staying like after divorce? I didn't really, I don't know. I'd last been doing date stuff like hard like 8 years prior, so I don't know, the women were older. It's in bars. It was in bars instead of, I don't know, just meeting up at each other's houses. Alright, what's life after divorce? Hey, this is awesome, so fun. I mean, look at all the stuff I've done. The first 100 days was hard, but remember I was able to block her about 100 days after. Yeah, it was emotionally tough the first 100 days after ending the relationship and me moving out. But like, I've done a lot of fun things. I didn't even think about living outside the U.S. until April/May of 2022. You're doing that small international testing. I was like, whoa. Well, I've definitely earned the right to bang a bunch of women with all the effort I've put in to follow my dreams. And I also held off from banging women before when they wanted, when I was younger. I was so afraid to pay child support. Dude, terrified, even banging with a condom. I was like, I ain't trusting 1 millimeter of plastic or silicone or whatever it is, to keep me out of child support court. And I'm keeping my dreams safe, not banging these broads. But I decided, okay, first half of this year, I've earned it. I followed my dreams good. Defeated the most violent family law system in the universe, California, all on my own. And look at all the stuff I've done since. It's all here right in the screen. Dia de los Muertos. It is awesome going to the cemeteries, seeing all the decorations. That's something we don't have in the U.S. Like, it turns like the cemeteries into like a festival zone. Great decorations. Also, out in the front, there's a bunch of food vendors. So it's like the whole city congregates on there. I had a fun, like, joined parades at night where they dance, had the costumes, had the mariachi band marching, and you march like, dude, it was 5 hours. Maybe we walked for like, I don't know, 300 feet, and then we stop and dance for like 5 to 10 minutes, and mariachi bands playing like all the time when you're paused, but then like half the time when you're walking with the big instruments, the great sound. I'm the only white dude. I'm like out in the countryside. It's like 100, 200 people. You go through the little towns. People come out to the end of their, there's one main road and all the small roads connect off of it. And people are coming out at night to watch. Half of them join, so your parade gets bigger as the night goes on. I remember we were halfway through. I turned off my phone because I had like 10% battery. I'm out in the countryside. It's dark. Sometimes there's lights. Sometimes there's street lights. Only white dude. It's like me and like 100 Mexicans. I don't know if I'm going to be sacrificed. If they need a white dude to be sacrificed for Day of the Dead or something. But they brought out like bread and coffee. And it had been like 2 hours. I'm like, coffee? Are we at halftime? It's been like 2.5, maybe 3 hours. And dude, we were at halftime. It might have been just like third way through. It might have been just like an hour and a half through. It went for 5 hours. See, I almost couldn't walk coming home. I almost couldn't even get home because we're out in the countryside. There was like no rides. I started walking like the nearest city it's like 11 p.m. The nearest little town, try to find a ride there. And got picked up with a shared taxi on the way, the way there. Almost couldn't walk. But again, I know what married life's like. I know what it's like as your wife's behavior is dropping like this. It's like a weight pulling you down. So yeah, the first 100 days are free after moving out, or first 100 days are difficult. But after, it's amazing. As long as I have currency, I can go anywhere and do anything and no one can stop me. And like whatever ideas I have, I can do. So again, that's why I'm building these businesses, acquire currencies, do more stuff. High margin, KEttleShell. It's turned out to be low margin, but it's fine. I learned how to create a physical product, or have a physical product created. I bought it, from someone else, but we did have to modify the CAD, the computer designs a little bit. Had to set up a supply chain of manufacturers here in the U.S. It's all made in the U.S. Expenses decrease after divorce. Oh, it's been amazing. It's going to decrease like more than half, like 66% to 75%. Especially if you live outside the U.S. like I have. And I've taken that decrease in cost of living, because the wife always wants more and more and more. I've plowed it into starting these businesses, more paid ads, scale up the businesses faster. So your expenses will decrease 66% to 75% easy. And I mean, like, I went out to eat a lot this last week because it's been Dia de los Muertos. There's been, a whole week. But here, dude, I went out, let's say 3-4 days, maybe 5 days. At least half days, at least 8 to 12 hours. It's only like $130 total. Because I took the shared transport. I just paid for the food. Dude, the food in the street, it's like $1, $1 per taco. $1 per like nice big cup of ice cream. Maybe $1.50. So I've just been plowing into the street food. Yeah, you could go to the restaurants, but no, I buy street food. Literally just $130 to $150 to celebrate the whole week of Dia de los Muertos. Accommodations, $750 a night. So that's, added my $130. But I mean, I'm already living here. $130 plus $750 times 7. So what's that, $50? All right, so how expenses decrease after divorce? I've loved the decrease in cost of living. I can pay for more ads for my businesses, get more attention, more ideal clients for my businesses. That's why you're watching this right now, because I paid for an ad to acquire your attention, for you to follow me, and then, I filtered, hey, who wants more help with their divorce? I'll send you my best vids. You opted in, so I sent you this link in the Instagram DMs. All right, wife's percent femininity. This is something I forgot. All right, actually we'll do that. Tell you the free game here. Same free game I always give you guys. Give you guys this help, because I know if y'all are married or y'all going through a divorce, you gotta know this. If she tries to argue with you or starts some BS, hang up the phone instantly. Yep, go and click that red button, and no, don't explain to her why you're hanging up. She'll know. It's covert communication. Women communicate covertly. Remember, I got my 8,000 hours of R&D in the women's space. Don't respond to any more of her texts for like 24 hours. Same with her calls. She tries to argue with you in person. Simply get up, put your shoes on, and leave for an hour to walk around, or drive around, or go to the gym, or go to the library. Sit in the Walmart parking lot, and then see how much better behaved she is when you come back home. Do not argue with her or move your attention from her. Remember, attention is the weapon. With no attention here, let's say it's wintertime, as women are dying, and you're going to activate the chemicals that your wife feels like she's dying. So we're going to activate those chemicals by removing your attention from her. Make her feel very uncomfortable. It makes her feel like she's going to die. That's literally what it makes her feel like. And then, see how much better she behaves after you do this. This is what you're not doing. I've talked to a bunch of you. I already know you're not doing this, because I wasn't doing this. Then I started doing this, and her behavior will improve a little bit, but it's not going to go back up. Like, this is how male-female relationships are programmed to occur. And since you've watched a lot of my stuff, like and trust me, my stuff works. Bring your credit card to me on IG so you can pay in full to keep most of your stuff in this divorce. I'll help you through that with all my knowledge that I've got, and me keeping all my stuff in my own divorce. All right, here's what I missed on graph 1. Here's graph 1 here. I'm going to screenshot this. So that's got... Alright, actually I want to screenshot this guy too. Where can I put him? Alright. So this is good, I'll put this in my, right here. Let's see. Alright, I'll leave that there. So we're acquiring these assets. I'm deriving all these from like 0. All this stuff I derived for you guys. Alright. So you got that guy. Let's bring in this to here. File, new. Don't save. Bring this guy in here. And what did I forget? Alright, so this graph, it is, so this line here, it's your wife's attraction to you, your wife's percent good behavior, how much she loves you, how much she respects you, the frequency of intimacy you guys have, your happiness in this marriage / relationship, and it is equal to, oops, your wife's percent femininity, how feminine your wife is, aka your wife's percent agreeableness, aka how agreeable your wife is. This over here. Let me, oops, print screen this asset. So, alright, not that. That was wrong. Alright, I'll start over here. Okay. So that's 1, percent femininity, percent agreeableness. So I'm going to paint. Alright. It's actually going to be the new asset here. So I'm going to paint. So percent femininity, we're going to have it as, oh, hold on. Yeah, maybe I'll just take this. So I'll have this as pink. So, 0.1 seconds, love at first sight, wife's 10 out of 10 attracted to you. Continues on average 3.5 years in the honeymoon phase. So I'm going to have pink here. Oh, that stinks. That still stinks. So pink here is going to represent your wife's femininity. If I do that. Oh, that did not work. All right. So I'm going to show your wife's femininity here. Fill. Solid. Alright, so here's your wife's. Here, I'll do it. This is your wife's femininity. Boom. Oh. So I gotta go here. What the fuck? Maybe I gotta go here. How does this work? I wanna triangle the other way. Alright, I don't know about that. Right triangle. Oh, wait, I could use that. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, so, yeah, this pink So this is your wife's femininity. Let's do a mega brush. Alright, so trying here. Trying. So this is how much femininity she has for the first 3.5 years. Notice it has 10 out of 10. 100% femininity. And then it starts dropping. And I'm going to fill in. What if I do that? Oh, yes. Nice. So that's your wife's femininity. And now her masculinity is. Think about this. Alright. So her masculinity is literally. We want a dark blue, actually. Dark blue. Her masculinity is. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, I realized I could have been using this line the entire time. And then just done a fill. I don't do rehearsals for this. And then we fill this. Boom. What is that? Growth. Alright. So, actually, alright, so this is masculinity and femininity right here. And actually we should go out a little bit more. So you can see over time, wife gets more and more masculine. What is going on? There we go. Go out to there. This is where I'm going to cut the picture off. Boom, boom. Is that the blue I wanted? Yeah, I think so. Alright. So, and actually we can do it like this. Alright, so here we got feminine, wife's femininity, like this, black, 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 let's say like 30. Wife's femininity. And this is going to be wife's masculinity. Alright, so starts out wife's femininity, so we got sucked in. You know, you probably married sometime around here. And then we go down, and your wife actually becomes more than 100% masculine. Wife's masculinity. So basically, she's 100% feminine here, 100% feminine. Then, right after honeymoon phases, it starts diving down, Maybe here she's 50-50. Maybe here she's 50-50. And it's just going to keep going down and down and down. Remember, women initiate 90% of all divorces. And women know this. Women know male-female relationships are programmed to end. So eventually she gets 0% feminine, 100% masculine. And then she goes even further. She becomes like 130% masculine. More masculine than you. More masculine than like a normal dude. And then like the divorce happens somewhere. So I mean, she's going to file on you and slaughter you anyways. So your best chance is to file now, earlier. And if you're afraid of leaving her, then just do what I did and be like, oh, there's too much trust at stake in our relationship. Just going to file and sign these papers. We'll still live together, no problem. Nothing's going to change in our relationship. Just want to sign these papers and get the state government out of our relationship. But look, what's going to happen, she's just going to keep getting more masculine. Just keep getting more masculine. Go here, 50%. And then 100% feminine up to like this point. To like here. And then you can see it goes down till 100% masculine. Let's actually make this black. So this is 100% feminine. Feminine. Wife's being 100% masculine. And then, over here, wife is like it's like 130% masculine. Get you. And this is wife like, I don't know, it's 150% masculine. So look, she's gonna file on you and slaughter you, so you might as well do it and give yourself a fighting chance, because when men file first, that's really your only chance to get what you want. Alright, so it's your wife's masculinity and femininity. And also do one more line. This is also 100% feminine right there. Okay. 100% feminine, black, maybe 8. Alright, there we go. Nice femininity, nice masculinity. Actually, just going to keep getting masculine more and more. If you're watching this, so you probably already crossed over the 50% point. She's going to file on you and slaughter you. So you should file first, get it done first, keep living with her, and keep the relationship going as normal. Why not? Give her a chance to maybe her behavior improves, and that'd be nice. You could go back to the woman you married. In my case, that did not happen because male-female relationships are programmed to end. There we go, I got that. And we're going to bring this asset in. Remember, as I derive these for you guys, bring them in here. This one will go right there. Okay. That's good, got that. Bring this guy in. Look at this. Get a PhD textbook over here. Okay, done with that. I think I brought that one in already. Yeah. Percent femininity, percent agreeableness. And there we go. Alright, what else? So I got on the list. Alright, percent femininity, percent agreeableness, yeah. Alright, keeping most of your stuff in your divorce to me. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video soon. I'll link it in the description, pinned comment. In the next few weeks, you can talk to me. Our strategies we'll go through. Try and give you, have you keep as much of your stuff as possible. I know you don't want to leave her. Same as me. No matter how bad she behaves, you don't want to leave her. Same as me. But you'll hear more about that in future videos. So yeah, you could file first, keep living together. Or if you're already living apart, file first. Or 90% chance she's going to file on you and then slaughter you because you did not file first. Alright, yeah, so I'll eventually have a video of this. It'll be linked down below. Keeping most of your stuff in your divorce to me. Alright, that's it. First videos, my long form content. Adios.